Please don't. Oh shit. Please don't call me Unk in the chat. AC. I don't appreciate. I don't appreciate being called old in the chat. I am older. Though my body maybe feels old. But you know, I'm youthful. I'm youthful in heart. If you're in the chat, make sure you submit your music if you haven't already. Exclamation mark submit will bring up the instructions to submit your music and the link to submit your music. Exclamation mark skip is going to pull up the instructions for how you can skip the queue if you want to guarantee your song gets played on stream today. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a great time. We got 2 hours coming up of music discovery, feedback for artists, music industry chat if you have any questions that you want to ask. And we'll probably be talking about some other shit too, realistically. This is look, I'm a little ADHD. I'm a little all over the place sometimes. I have a lot of thoughts at once. So just know we're going to be talking about multiple things in the chat. But at its core, we're here for music feedback. We're here to support independent and emerging artists. If you are in the chat, make sure you submit your music. Make sure you get it in. And we turn that. We'll get the camera on. What's good if you're in the chat? I got my Brita filter over here today too. Nicholas, welcome back. I have not had enough water today. Don't recommend. Please hydrate, everybody. If you're in the chat, make sure you drink some water today. We're gonna get started in a second. We're just gonna wait for some of our community members to get in here. Where did my chat go? That was weird, bro. My chat just completely reset on stream. Malu, what's going on? If you guys are here in the chat, make sure you hit exclamation mark submit if you need to submit some music if you haven't done that already. I'm broke. That's fine. Hang out with us anyway. Bro. No bullshit. I just put the link to the stream in the chat on Discord. And I swear to God, someone literally just said, where? Question mark. I can't not laugh about this because it is a little hilarious because the message is right underneath both of the links to YouTube and Twitch where you can watch the stream. I just had to share that with somebody because that just took me out. Also, yesterday, I was at the fucking Big Ass Kids Recess event. If you guys didn't pop out, you definitely missed out. You definitely missed out this time, but don't worry. They're going to be doing another one July 31st in New York, probably at Neuer House again. I'm going to be out there doing interviews again. All right. So it was really cool. I had a good time. I ended up getting 8 interviews done, mostly with artists from the event. And it was just like a really great, like, it was just cool. You know, when Annabelle came, she DJ'd, she was amazing. The performances were great. I got to meet Student One after literally 8 years of supporting this artist and playlists and stuff. I think it was 2017 was the first time I ever playlisted one of his songs. We never met in person. We met for the first time yesterday. And it was actually a really, really cool moment. Like, I think for me, that's one of those things I really love to do is like those full circle moments. But we got the sign out. We put the sign out there. We got a bunch of interviews. Great, well shot, great answers. I went outside and did like a little drop outside and we walked everybody up through the venue and into the thing too. So I'm excited about this, how this content's gonna look. But it was really cool. Great event. Very much looking forward to being involved in the next one as well. So if you guys are, you know, in... Damn, my phone is not charging. It hasn't been charging this whole time, has it? What's the name of the artist that we just played? Well, you can find it in my Songs We Found on Livestream playlist. But the song was called You Should Know. It samples Superstar by Usher, which is one of my favorite Usher songs of all time. And it's by an artist named Omar Vassell, V-A-C-E-L. You know what, Nicholas? So I would love to do some stuff in Europe. So I'm just being from the UK originally. I think it's harder to do because we're just not based there. You know what I mean? So it just costs more to do stuff over there. I know Digilog is doing some programming in the UK or did some programming in the UK recently. So that one to keep an eye on. But I'll keep that in mind. I wonder if there's anything that I can find that's UK-based. And if you know anybody who's trying to come do some shit, or they want me to fly me out, if they want to fly me out to come do some shit in the UK, it's easy. I'll be there. It's a 5-hour flight. I'll be there in days. All right? Best way to reach me for a songwriting camp? Send me a Discord DM, and I'll figure out, you know, I'll send you my fucking email. Genius fly me. Genius is not gonna fly me out. Sorry. as much as I want to be like, yeah, Genius will fly me out. They're not flying me out. I always have to talk to people, but I usually won't charge people to do appearances or anything. If they pay for my flight and hotel, like that's usually enough for me. And I'm like, all right, I'll just go do it. I'm not flying you out either. All right, well, look, this is the issue we run into, bro. It's expensive. It's expensive. Like I said though, July 31st, we're gonna do another one of those big ass kids recess events at Noya House in New York City. So if you are around, if you're in the area, come through. I'd love to have you guys come on, do an interview with you, just like meet you guys in person too. It's like honestly a lot of fun. I had a great time doing it. Anyway, we're here. We're live on Twitch. I don't want to take too long, so we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna explain what we're doing here, what the point of the stream is, all that stuff. If you are in the chat though, and you want to submit some music, just make sure you hit !submit. And if you want to skip the queue, we do have a paid skip queue, which guarantees you get played on stream today. Super skips are $10. It gets you pushed to the top of the queue, or into it like a priority. $5 is a regular skip, and that just guarantees you'll get played on stream today before the end of the stream. You might get moved up and down with the super skips versus the skips. If you don't, it's fine. Don't worry. We'll do free skips every 5 at random using our spinning wheel here on Nero. So there's always an opportunity to get bumped up. And depending on how many we get on the paid skips, super skips, if we get a chance, we'll do a bunch of free skips towards the end of the stream too. So if you stick around, hang out with us, there's always the opportunity to get played. And if you want to guarantee, like if you absolutely are just like, because I know some people will come in here and they'll be like, oh my God, I need to be played today. I can't wait. I need to be first. I need to be at top of the queue. There's those options for you guys. If you don't care so much about that, feel free to do the free one, honestly. And if you don't get played on stream, make sure you go take advantage of the things that we have in the Discord and on the Instagram as well. I'm going to put links for you guys in the chat for the Discord and for the IG. If you want to go follow us on either of those, you can submit for a bunch of things that we do for free in those places as well. So in the Discord, our community playlist is currently open. There's a whole channel for it. You want to submit your things there specifically. Vontae, you are extremely welcome, bro. I love the song. Happy to support it. And if you hop onto the Instagram, so we have our songs we find in the comments. I listen to these every single week without fail, okay? Every single one of these submissions gets listened to by me personally. So please get in the comments in there. Leave me a song. It can be old. It doesn't have to be yours. It can be your friends. Tag your friends. Tell them to put in there. That's a playlist series that I do every week. If you're submitting here, you're being considered for this playlist, songs you found live on stream, and the content that we just dropped a new installment of today, which is songs that we found here on stream in the last week. We also have our new Music Who This playlist, which you can submit to every single Friday, or whenever you have stuff that's coming out. You can put it in there as soon as it's scheduled, and I'll go look for it myself on Fridays. That's also free. We have our At Home with Interview series, which we'll be dropping more of as well. We just dropped this amazing one with Brysa, who's an incredible artist, who's kind of lived all over the world. She's currently based in LA, but she's lived in Spain, London, LA, Kuala Lumpur, and Malaysia, which I thought was really tight. So definitely go check that out too. Go check out some of our interviews. And look, we're doing a bunch of cool free programming for you guys, man. Like, we're trying to do that. Are you on the list we found last week? Yes, you are on this playlist. If you scroll down, because it was like 2 weeks ago now, I think. I don't know if I added any of those ones from last week because they were mostly unreleased that you were sending in. So no, but you should be on this playlist somewhere, bro, because I think I have a couple songs of yours from like the first couple of times we listened to you in there. So just scroll through. It's actually organized by date that we added to. So most recent songs from last week's streams are at the top. Then it's like 2 weeks, 1 week. I'll kind of like arrange it week to week too, to just be like, you know, if like, it's kind of just like structured the way that I would listen to it, and the way, like, maybe my favorites at the top, and then songs that I liked but maybe didn't like as much as the ones right at the top. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just, it's still curated. And I think this is something, somebody hit me in the Discord too, and they're like, you didn't put my song in the playlist. Everything is curated. So it's not that, like, if you send me things, it guarantees that you're going to be at a playlist. If you send me things, it guarantees I'm going to listen to it. All right, and then beyond that, I'm still curating stuff. It's still got to be my taste. It's still got to be stuff I like. There's still things that I listen for, and like if I hear, maybe I'm not playlisting. And that is what we do here. We listen to the songs, we give feedback. If there's something I really like, I'm gonna tell you what I like. If there's something I think could improve, I'm gonna talk about what could improve. If you're in the chat, we want to know what you think of the songs too. So equally, let us know what you think of these things as we're listening to them. Please be respectful of each other. That's literally the only rule. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole spiel. So let's get into some music because I've taken too much time talking. We're starting with Iggy Jones. The song's called Brody. We put it in the new music Who This playlist on Friday. I don't know how to describe what it is, but it's a vibe, I promise you. I can confirm this is a vibe, but this is the official music video. We listened to the song that dropped this Friday too. FIFA, I did do one of those. My first music stream was actually a FIFA and music stream. I mean, I could try and bring those back. I have a capture card and everything. I just never got a way to like read. I fuck with this dude also. Out of Seattle, I believe. This is only my second time really listening to Iggy. I heard my first song last week and I really liked it. This is the second one. Two Gone says this is different. It's kind of hard, bro. I like this artist. Oh, you're on both too. Oh, I fucking wish. The pimple patches are a nice touch. I'm an avid pimple patch user, so. Iggy is in the chat. He's IG Jonah. Let us know what you think. Great delivery. Critical, B-I-G-I-G, unfuckwittable, too incredible and clinically cynical. Listen, baby, I can see it from a bird's eye. Walk it like a talk it, I'ma whip it like a stir fry. In the kitchen, it's really a nice vibe. I fuck with this artist, man. Stone Troopers. Hey, man, submit some music. It's free for you to submit. Just use this link in the chat. If you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions. I do like how the vocal carries the song. You know what I mean? Chum Risky says slide in. Hey, Malou, that's exciting. That's very exciting. You can always submit stuff before it's out too if you want to. Just as a heads up. Chum Risky says he's sliding. He is. Stone Troopers, thank you for the follow. Enigma, we're live on YouTube and Twitch right now. Come hang out. Oh, this shift from like the more kind of not low energy, but like lower register vocal into this like in your face vocal, really good. I'll pull up the socials in a second. Vocal carries, but the beat got that ear candy, says Chorizo. Oh, sorry, it says BTE Nicholas. Ran out of breath. I actually have to say, one thing that I also really just appreciate is that you don't take yourself too seriously on camera. Like, you have fun with it, and I think that's a really, really important part for anybody who's doing visual content, is like, if you're on camera and you're just trying too hard, and you're like if you're being a try-hard, you know what I mean? I don't think there's another way to describe it, but sometimes, like, motherfuckers get on camera and they're just, like, trying too hard, and, like, we can just tell. But I like that you just kind of have fun with it. This was the other song that we listened to last week, ASF. Also hard. Man, I like your music. I will say, 2 songs in, I definitely think you like have a lot of the things that I would say like I would want an artist to have in general to like build a fan base and build an audience. You know what I mean? I think there's an approach to making the music and making the visuals that is very authentic to who you are, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that you're having fun with it. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you were taking yourself too seriously, I might not feel the same way, but it just feels like you lean into who you are naturally and like what you like, and I fuck with it, bro. Music's got a good bounce, vocals have a good delivery style, and the raps are good too. IG says, gotta have fun with it. Trying too hard to fit in just doesn't work well for literally for anyone. And then you get stuck in this cycle of trying to fit in all the time, and it sucks. I spent years in a band, and this is my first time back into solo music. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Trey Lee, what's up? Welcome to back to the chat. We got Daddy Issues remixed by Laurel up next. Antone is here too. Welcome back, my dude. It's good to see you. Don't fret. Everything's okay, guys. Antone's here in the chat. Everything's okay. Yo, Antone, we got another 15-year-old in the chat, though. AC the boy. You guys are going to have to fight. I mean, you're not 15 anymore, but when we found you, you were. This is the Neighborhood's Daddy Issues Laurel remix. I know you're 17 now, bro. I know. But AC is the new young man in the chat, bro. Gonna make all the young people fight from now on. AC, you have a legacy to uphold. To be fair, he's been good. I care about the mix and the master of the song as an A&R personally, yes. Yo, his energy is hilarious, bro. You guys kind of have a similar energy. What up, Liam? I don't know that I would call this dancehall. That's maybe the first thing that I would say to the tag up here in the top right. I like this. It's maybe a little unsettling, I think, because of the way that the sample's chopped. I like the drums and the movement on it. Lucas was cracking, man. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Usually we would do Mondays and Thursdays. Today we're obviously on a Tuesday, so welcome in. It's nice to have you. Welcome to the community. I think, like, all right, it's tough because I don't know that I have. It does give me Dance House. TKRS, brother, we have changed things around and it's actually cheaper now. Damn, I wish you'd let it be known that you're in the chat because I would have told you. We switched the way that we do paid skips around because it's like a little bit easier. SoundCloud was free and now it's expensive. Yeah, I refuse to pay for a SoundCloud Pro account, if I'm being honest. It is vibey. I think part of me feels like it's slightly still too empty. And I would have loved... Oh, well, thank you so much for the support, T. Karis. I appreciate that. You're okay. Yeah. We didn't do Monday today or this week because I was on set doing stuff with Big Ass Kids. Laurel.gif. I will say go follow this producer because I do think some of the remixes he's put out recently are really, really cool. Yeah, I think a little bit more ear candy is needed. Like to me, it feels a little empty still. It feels like a really, really good groundwork. And low-key, I almost feel like you could probably do a vocal. Do a vocal on top of that. Oh my god. That one just took me by surprise. I do feel like you could put like some sort of a vocal on top of that, and it might actually just fill and round things out. I know there's a vocal sample in there already, but part of me feels like it needs like a lead vocal in there. Yeah, I think for the Nero has gotten more developed. It's great, right? I was gonna say, yeah, as far as the mix master question that we were asked in the chat, so I really care about the mix master because it can really make or break a song. If the mix master is bad, it doesn't matter how good the fucking song is, how good the artist is. You know what I mean? Like, if the mix is bad, it's going to sound bad to everyone who listens to it. So the mix master absolutely matters. Am I going to take into account that if a mix master isn't finished, that I can expect things to change and improve? Yes. So I do keep that in mind while I'm listening. Like, there's obviously that context of, like, if the mix isn't done, I'm not necessarily going to listen to it and be like, oh, yeah, the mix is terrible. I don't like this. I'm going to take that into account, you know what I mean? And have the context of like, okay, it's maybe not finished yet, so it could grow a little bit more. Submit as that be a key thing. I forgot. My link didn't work. Ah, no way. Okay, I don't think that they've announced who won the Big Ass Kids picnic table thing with Annabelle yet. Lucas, we've only gone through 2 songs. We have 3 more paid skips. We'll do a free skip after that. We'll do another 5 paid skips. We'll do another free skip after that. So that's usually how it goes. And then usually towards the end of the stream, we'll do a bunch of free skips. July 10th, 2023. That's crazy. Shout out to all of you guys for following me at all. I appreciate you being tapped in and sending me your music and being here. It actually means a lot to me. Desdemona, Jahari Turner, official music video. Let us know what you think in the chat. I want to make sure we get through more music. But feel free to ask your music industry questions in the chat, too. I love answering you guys' questions. I want to hear a little bit more body in the vocal in this mix. Wait, does it show you guys when you do that? I don't think that that's a thing that I have in mind. Yeah, like, I don't have that in there. I don't know why I just did that. Okay, I'll set up the followage thing between now and Thursday. I like everything about this, but I do feel like the mix needs a little bit of work on the vocal side. That's it. That's the only thing that really catches me. Tons of potential from the artist, though. He's got a swag. Undeniable swag. AP the Scammer says real nice bounce and soulful delivery. I agree. And what up, if you're in the chat, make sure you hit exclamation mark submit to submit your music. Exclamation mark skip to skip the queue. Really cool idea. Love the singing voice as well. Great tone. And nice melody choices. Like, you can kind of hear the desperation in the vocal, which is nice. He's like pushing the vocals. The vocals are too bright. I would agree with you, Malik. Music is really good. Kick choice in the beat is also maybe a little weird. That catches my ear in a bit of a weird way. That's probably the only other thing that I could call out is just like, could have picked maybe a better kick sound. Picks a lot of the right pockets, you know what I mean, vocally, and I think that's a really important and hard thing to do. Sorry, I want to make sure I go save this while we're listening to it as well. That lower formant shift is maybe a little aggressive. Just like it kind of stands out a bit too much. I like the idea though. His rap skills are great, his singing skills are great. Both of those things are really good. Really cool flow. What's cool is this actually reminds me a little bit of like Channel Orange Frank. Not so much like Blonde Frank, but like that Channel Orange, maybe like pre like Nostalgia Ultra kind of times. Where you're still like rapping a little bit, like you can hear some of that pain in the vocal the same way that you would with someone like a Frank, which I think is what makes him so easy to connect to as a listener. And those rapped pockets that he's getting to are really nice. I think for me, it is just, you know, at the end of the day, the vocal feels a little too bright, and that's really it. And then outside of that, I would maybe say that formant shift, that lower formant shift when you get into that like last part also maybe stands out to me. The kick choice specifically maybe sticks out to me in where it sits in the mix as well. It's little things. Overall, really, really enjoyed it a lot. And that's probably the biggest thing that I could say is like, damn, this is like a really fun thing to listen to. Jay, if you're in the chat, if you want to submit, you can submit the music video. You can also submit again if you want to. And if you want to do the skip queue, you can. If you let me know, if you already did the skip queue, sorry, because you're in the YouTube chat and I don't necessarily always check it as much. If you let me know, I'll do my best to just keep an eye on the chat. And if you want me to go to the video, I will too. You just got to tell me. If you hop into the Twitch chat, though, it will be easier for me to keep track of it. Stuck in a Race, Kev Speaks Truth. Up next, indie drum and bass track about feeling like life is just an endless race to the end. Oh my God. That is dark and kind of true. The track is reminiscent of early Owl City with a modern flair of emo rap elements. Let's get into it. Kev stuff's recently has been really cool, man. Lots more experimental, more melodic, and I've been enjoying it. Let us know what you think in the chat. All right. I agree that Joint Michael Christmas is fire. Kev, bro. Kev Speaks Truth on Instagram. Make sure you go follow this guy. Great guy. Great guy.
The only thing keeping me sane. I don't see the point in winning. My soul's grown tired of decisions.
That clap snare is maybe a touch loud for my taste, personally.
Get a job in a house, lose it all, imminent. 28 still don't feel like I fit in.
Lyrically, I like it. Melodically, I like it.
Marks on the road to forgiveness. Between joy and sadness, where I'm drifting.
You can also hire him to engineer your music. I really love the whole life I've been stuck in a race line. It just hits in the right way.
I've been stuck in a race, chasing the ghost to reach first place. Don't even know why I play this game, but it's the only thing keeping me sane. I do want something new. That's cause my ego told me to.
Cadence is 6 is 4K Nova. I like this one a lot, Kev. Again, a lot of the stuff you've been sending over lately has just been hitting for me. You know, it's more melodic, it's a little bit more dancey. It takes some of maybe the sadder elements of how you write music and pairs it really well with this like up-tempo kind of sound and feel. Really good for sync placements, I would agree. Will, what's cracking, bro? We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out. Trying to stay awake, bro. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Whole life I've been stuck in a race, chasing the ghost to reach first place. Day after day, lapping round the maze, waiting for the flag to wave.
I think what could be really cool is maybe just some additive production around the vocal to make it feel a little dancier. You know what I mean?
But it's the only thing keeping me sane.
I don't love a flange, but you could utilize a flange, automation, like any of those things that you could do to just kind of like spice up the vocal. I think the further you get into the song, I'm so sorry. At the beginning of the song, it's really good. Like I really liked a lot of it. I think the further you get in, the more it maybe calls for like a little bit more post-production stuff around the vocal, just to you know spice things up a little bit. We got Up by Antone now up next, and then we will do our first free skip of the day. All right, backstory on Antone, man. Love this kid. Found him here in the stream at 15. Signed him to Genius Distro at 16. Working his second project now at 17. Just a hard-working kid, man. We've seen a lot of streams come in on the last project, Gray Matter, over the last couple of months, and it's been beautiful to see him kind of climb over that 100,000 monthly listeners hill and continue to just, keep adding new audience, new fans, new listeners. We are 3 singles in, maybe 4 singles in to this rollout so far, and I love all of these songs. This next album comes out soon, like 2-3 months now. You can pre-save it soon. You can pre-add it on Spotify soon. But in the meantime, I'm gonna pull up his socials, go follow him, go listen to his other music. This one's up though. I haven't heard this yet, so this is new for me too. But I'm telling you, bro, and I'll die on this hill. Antone's the future. He makes incredible music at a young age. This is a completely different vibe than I've heard so far, and I love it, bruh. Antone now. Oh my god, bro. Brother. I really was not expecting this at all, and I love it. Antone now on Instagram. Go follow him. You produced this, I'm assuming. Bruh. Bruh. Brother. Bruh. Yeah, so I love this. Yeah, as per usual. 10 out of 10 with playlist this, without a doubt. Making it for indies, what's up? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come hang out. Bro. Antone now, bro. I have nothing to say. I have no feedback, bro. Bro, I'm actually speechless. What ethnicity? He is Cuban and Dominican. This is so fucking hard, Antone. Woo! That's a perfect song, bro. That's perfect in every way. Perfect to the details. Like, that shit is unbelievable, man. What? I didn't even know you could do that, man. Radio and mixes playlists on Spotify are algorithmic playlists. That is the algorithm feeding your music into other people's weekly Discover radio and mixes. That's good. That's what you want to have, really working. Anton says it's going to get better. I made it this morning. Bruh, I mean, look, like, you already know I'm a fan. I'm actually a fan of everything you make, because I think anything that you try and tackle, you do in such a good way. Like, it feels authentic. It never feels like you're trying to make something that you couldn't make, or you're not possible or capable of making. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I feel like I hear things from artists when they're doing too much in too many different spaces. It feels disjointed and like doesn't work. But like, it's just like every time you try and tackle a new sound, I feel like you absolutely nail it, bro. We've got another one coming up after this, but we're gonna do our first free skip of the night as well. So radio is if someone starts playing on your profile and yeah, exactly. Mixes are more personalized than radio. This is true. Enigma, I'm sure, up next. Both are algorithmic. Yeah, it's just like more in-depth. Bro, of course. I'm such a fan of yours. AC. You gotta chill. This one's I'm sure. Independent artist in Northwest London. Oh, yes. Come on. Come on, my UK community. Let's continue to build. If you guys are in the chat, let us know where you're watching from. But this is Enigma. Northwest. I really love his vocal tone already. Oh shit, you're in Alaska? Damn, that's tight. I don't know that we have anyone else in Alaska, bro. Welcome. Okay, this is a vibe as well, man. This is a vibe as well, bro. Anton is not watching from Russia, but we do have some Russian community members. We got Berlin, we got Antarctica. Oh my god, Anton and AC together. I think we're cooked, guys. I think we're about to have the most trolly chat we've ever had with Anton and AC both in there together. Love the soul jazz vibe, says Tarek. Perfect for those chill playlists. Says AP, bro. We got Florida in the chat. Oh my god. I feel lucky, man. We got Whoville in the chat. That'd be crazy. This is nice. I would maybe like the vocal to be ever so slightly louder just so it stands out above these kicks. But I also think for the genre it's in, for the space that it's in, it feels pretty on par with what it should. So I'm not really that mad about that either. You know what I mean? Really awesome melody choices. The Real Enigma _ on Instagram. We got Boston in the chat. Again, I'm gonna be out in Boston soon in September. No, nothing's wrong with it. Who said anything was wrong with Boston? Big Mass. Yeah, he was being serious. He wasn't trolling that time. That was a serious response. Oh my god, you guys are hilarious already. I don't know if he's in here right now, but go follow him, man. The Real Enigma on Instagram. Very fire. I fuck with it. I don't know if he's in the chat right now or not. It is in the UK, just for what it's worth. It is like 11, 12 o'clock, like midnight. So he could be in bed already. And that's fine if he is. We got another one from Anton now. West Side up next, self-produced. Yeah, large mass, exactly. Big mass. Let us know what you think in the chat. I do not have a large... That I hope not. Don't put that evil on me. I'd like to be mass-free. Thank you very much. You can keep that one. Anton! Anton forever. Anton now on Instagram. Ads, bruh. That happens. Oh my god, dude. Bruh. The progression of your album so far, right? Great matter, bro. We got pure alternative hip-hop. Quiet before it all explodes. It gets a little bit more experimental. Whatever's next. This is crazy. My neighbors are definitely like, what the fuck is going on right now? I like this, bro. This energy is insane. At Anton now on Instagram. Make sure you go follow him. Right now, today, immediately, expeditiously. Hit the follow button. Go listen to his music. I needed this in my life. Zach1999, welcome to the chat. Gudon, thank you for the follow. I'm not gonna play a certain romance by the Arctic Monkeys, but what I am gonna tell you is that's one of my favorite Arctic Monkey songs of all time. And because I grew up in the UK, I remember when it came out, I fucking love that song. I'm not gonna play it only because I'll get DMCA'd when I put the VOD on my YouTube channel. But if you wanted me to sing it to you, You can use 10,000 channel points, which are free. It's just from you being in the chat and taking part. You can use 10,000 channel points to make me sing you a song if you want to. I'm not going to make you guys do that, but if at any point anybody's like, I want to hear this song, but it's a popular song, you could technically make me sing you that song if you really wanted to. Rotomon, Drew Empire. This is how it feels. This is how it feels when you super skip 10 times. It is exactly that. Zach 1999, what's up, bro? AC, Anton, AC did like 6 skips like last Thursday. Drew Empire, Rotomon, let us know what you think in the chat. I usually do have my emotion. You guys are hilarious. Stop it. Oh, cha 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 cha. One of my favorite things ever is this rhythm. The cha 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 cha. I fucking love it.
Yo, I'm just hoping, yes. Take a leap right after stretch. Need some clarity. Obtain that prosperity.
All right, I'm gonna save this one. Of the Drew Empire songs I've heard so far, this is by far my favorite. I think I've said this before when we listened to it before it came out. It's just got that bounce. I think it also fits his vocal tone a lot. It's like a little bit deeper of a vocal tone. I feel like you've sent a lot of drill shit in, but the drill shit's never really caught me the way that this one has.
It ain't always clear, still moving and zooming.
I actually think that you would maybe thrive a little bit more in this like dancey vibe with your vocal tone. So for me, I like this. Let us know what you think in the chat. And so that's not even kind of true. Can't say that stuff in the chat, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. No, you guys can't start that. Cherry Beats, welcome to the chat, man. Is this the same Cherry Beats that does all the Serena stuff? If it is, welcome in. You know I fuck with you, bro. True Empire _ on Instagram. If you're fucking with this one, man, make sure you go support. That's the last thing I need, bro. Is that one go? That is the last thing that I need going around on the internet, guys. You guys gonna tell me in a coachise the way that you troll me, man. If you had a female singer, it'll have some good tension in the song. Welcome to the chat, Cherry, man. I hope you're doing well. I was doing something with was too nice. Stop, man. You guys gotta stop. Need some clarity. I love this bounce in a song, man. Send me everything with the Brazilian funk drums. And I'm probably gonna fuck with it. As long as it sounds up to par, I'm gonna fuck with it. Drew Empire _ on Instagram. This one's called Rotomon. I don't have too much feedback. This is definitely my favorite Drew Empire song I've heard so far. It's probably the one that I've maybe had the least that I hear being like, oh, this could improve, or this could improve. This one feels really good. Maybe slightly too, if I'm being super picky, because that's just who I am, is maybe slightly too much reverb delay on the vocal, ever so slightly. But that's what I'm saying. You'll ever wonder what's on the other side of the camera in those genius. It's me. It used to be me. Now it's Andres and Jenny, but it used to be me. I like this one, man. I like this one a lot. I put it in the playlist. Cry, Monotone Madman up next. As you know, I've been doing the monotone. I just want to know how the performance is. And is it clear enough? This is a rough draft, but I want your feedback on the performance. So if you guys are in the chat, if you're listening, let us know what you think on the delivery side of this. This artist, D-Bells, I think his monotone Madman stuff has been my favorite stuff we've heard so far. It's just development. You know what I mean? So let us know what you think in the chat. You gotta have a song that's moving if you want to be in one of those verified videos. It's all about how the song is moving in the world. If you want to submit, just make sure you use this link in the chat. If you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions.
Hey, I'ma make you go and cry to the shit, hey. I'ma make you give your life for the shit, hey. I won't even think twice about the bitch, hey.
I think the start of it needs maybe like a retake on like the very first word. I like this part when we get into it too. I did not, but I booked that one.
Hey, who your first love? I ain't tripping off that bitch like I once was. No, if I surround
2 more songs,
where the trust was,
and then we'll do another free spin.
And it's fuck love. Hey, what these bitches need? I was always there to help when you asking me.
You can always check out the ones that I did on my YouTube channel.
How you stab me in the back just to watch me bleed?
I got playlists.
Just so we can feel the need. No, there's just a place of lust, but it's hard to leave. All this back and forth we doing got us stuck in place. I know it really ain't love, we just feeling
You can
space.
scroll down. I've got
Ay, yeah.
2
If I
playlists of
catch
things
you
that I
in the
booked and
lie,
did
would
for
you
Genius.
ride me?
So
If only one of us could live, would you die for me? If I had to turn it in, would you ride for me? Yeah, yeah,
Just,
yeah. Ain't no lullaby, bitch, this a short song. Catch me sliding through this bitch with a scope on. If these niggas acting tough, I would've smoked, cuz I be
I do
running
not.
to the money at the
Yeah, I did.
VOA. Replace the smell with all blues, make a bitch eject. If it ain't about no peep, I won't be impressed.
I think-
Made a rain up in this bitch to match your silhouette. It's enough that I done said and it's spoke on.
They're trolling me
Girl,
today,
these bitches
Nicholas.
love
They
the
wanna troll
vibe,
me
we
today. It's
smoke
okay.
one. Ain't no lullaby, bitch, this a short song.
I think this
If I
one's
see the
good
Mac and Tuck, I would've
overall.
smoked, cuz. Hey, hey,
What
hey,
I would like
hey.
to see,
I'ma make you go
and I guess
cry
that's
for
not
the
even
shit,
the
ayy.
guys.
I'ma make you give your life for the
Hold
shit,
on.
ayy. I want everything twice about the bitch, ayy. Ayy, ayy. I'ma make you go and cry to the shit, ayy. I'ma make you give your life for the shit, ayy. I won't even think twice about the bitch, ayy.
I used to have a here. This was my 2021 artist bookings sheet that I did. So this is everything that I booked and interviewed at Genius in my first like 2 or 3 years of working there. So if you really wanted to get into like what did I do, who did I do stuff with, like this is all the deconstructed interviews that I did for all of the producers in the chat. This one was really cool. I mean, yeah, like here. This actually helps me a lot. Okay, sorry. Feedback on that one. I wish there was a little bit more energy in the delivery at times, but I think overall it was really good. I still think that this direction has been the best that I've enjoyed so far from you. That almost felt like Blast. It almost felt like kind of like people kind of in that space, like that West Coast kind of space. So for me, that one hits. I do think the delivery is good. I would maybe retake the first bar here or there just to make sure that you're coming with the same energy throughout. It's just the consistency part. But okay, here. For everybody who was wondering what I worked on. So from a branded perspective, I did Snow Allegro with Burberry, Cali Uchis with Google, Tate Mercury with Microsoft, Polo, Corday, Denzel Curry, DDG, Nick Mira, Michael Made It, Kenny Beats, like a bunch of shit. Verified wise, yeah, Deconstructed was my favorite too. Verified wise, so names that maybe you guys will care about. Lil Nas X, Billie Eilish, Doja Cat, Rosalia, Jaden Smith, Willow Smith, 24K Golden, Jack Harlow, Polo G, Madison Beer, Alicia Keys, J Balvin, Duck, Skies, Chance, Playboy, Cardi, I booked, but I didn't actually do the interview for. Ski Master Slump God, YNW Melly, Ian Dior, Charlie Puth, Chippy Red, John Legend, Twigs, FKA Twigs, Bleachers, Juice WRLD, Jid, Becky G, CNCO, YK Osiris, Namir, Almighty J, Corday, Emery, Nick Jonas, 1975, Blink-182, James Blake, Mabel, Girl in Red, 5 Seconds of Summer, Gwen Stefani, Grimes, Slow Tie, AJ Tracy, Dave, Burna Boy, Sting and Shaggy, Joji, Ashton Eco, Haim, Troye Sivan, Noah Cyrus, Sabrina Carpenter, Jesse Reyes, Black, Charlie, Phineas, Niall, Haran, Tyga. It's a pretty long, yeah, it was like, I was there during like the lit time, you know what I mean? So these are literally all down the way. So like ESTG was one of the last ones I did. I did like Curtis Waters, Cochise, 2K Baby, MXM Tune. Like there's a bunch of like random fucking shit in there too. And then open mics were probably my favorites. We did YNW, Melly, TJ, Polo, 24K Golden, Ian Dior, Madison Beer, TXT, Twice, Itzy, Pink Sweats, Rob Wave, Keanu Day, Masego, Lil Mosey, Kevin Gates. The Kevin Gates shit was actually crazy. That was one of my craziest days ever, was spending like 5 hours with Kevin Gates. Very weird, bro. Yeah, 2K, this is 2K Baby, like, first song ever. We still have each other on PlayStation Network, dude. There's a couple people that I ended up, like, being, like, chill with, you know what I mean? We'll text back and forth and stuff. But yeah, this is my whole resume of interviews and stuff that I booked, bro. Crazy. Yeah, I did do one with Bankroll Hayden, actually. I don't really remember how it went, but I do remember doing that and booking that as well. He was chill. All right, let's keep it going. Sorry, now that we've done that whole thing. People never really ask, so every now and then when people ask, I'm like, yeah, this is what I used to do. FOMF, fuck out my face, I'm assuming. What's good, came on a chat. Risky here, just wanted to give a sneak peek of some music to come. This one's called FOMF, off our upcoming Chum collective tape. Much love from the DMV. Much love to the DMV, man. Oh, I can't log in to do this. Fuck. All right, hold on, give me a second, guys. I gotta pull this off tab so I can try and log in really quickly. Was anybody ever disrespectful? Yes, absolutely. There was definitely a couple where they were like probably my least favorite interviews ever, but they still went really viral. And then there was a couple where it wasn't like they were disrespectful. It was just like difficult. You know what I mean? Difficult to get like the answers we needed and the stuff that we wanted to get for the content. Was there anybody who was like really stand out that I really didn't enjoy? Tyga is probably the top of that list of people that I genuinely did not enjoy talking to. He just kind of sucked. Like, I just didn't like him. AC's talked about, yeah, J. Cole's my favorite. Stop being scared. Yeah, I think he's you, bro. I'm glad the listens to the faves and not saying their favorite artists are like a Tribe Called Quest. Yeah, I like, what if they can't get the right answers out of me? Well, they will. But I think, like, I have tips for, like, interviews and stuff, too. Like, if we, next time we hop on a call, I'm going to tell you what I think about interviews and, like, the way you should approach it, bro. Or we can talk about it here. I have advice for giving a good interview. Ooh. Oh, they will. I mean, they will. It's their job. Egos definitely ruin the moment, man. That's when the torture comes into play. I'm kidding. We don't torture people, I swear to God. Damn Risky, 2 Y's. At Chum Season is the group, bro. I fuck with these guys. I'll talk about it. We'll talk about interviews in a second. If you have specific questions that you want to know about interviews and how to give a good interview, let me know in the chat. On both sides. Either side is fine. Big Shaq was great. I really enjoyed Big Shaq. He was cool. You can also follow Chum Risky on Instagram. Alright, biggest feedback here is I want these vocals to come up in the mix. It does feel like the instrumental is kind of dominating the mix right now. I would love to hear the vocals kind of cut through just a little bit more than they do at the moment. Especially when the bass comes in. God damn. That is loud. I think the mix holds this one back a little bit. Warning signs to pre-screen orders who end up being rude. I have thoughts on that, but it's hard to. I like the, he sounds like Starlito kind of. Oh, how do you know about Starlito, bro? You in Tennessee? I never hear about anybody outside of Tennessee talk about Starlito like that, so. That's important, Anton. Super tapped, bro. Super tapped. Hey, I like this. I like the contrast between the 3 different orders too, man. Get the fuck up out my face. 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 Big body bird, man. I like this song. I like Damn Risky. I like Chum Season so far. The stuff that they've been kind of like putting out is cool. He did forget to cut the silence at the end of the master, but that's, I mean, that's fine. I'm not gonna listen to the silence. I can see the waveform, so I'm not about to sit here and listen to an extra minute and a half of silence. But yeah, that is one thing to keep an eye out for when you guys are printing tracks, when you're bouncing tracks. Just make sure you trim the end of your session. Make sure you bring it to the actual end of everything. I've done that a million times though, so it's a very easy thing to do. Nels MV, what's happening? AP says Vibey joined for real. I did like that one a lot. Again, you can follow those guys at Chum Season, CUHM Season on Instagram. They are a new group, but I've been enjoying what they've been putting out so far. I think the big thing for me on that one is just the mix and making sure there's a little bit more balance between the vocal and the instrumental, because it did feel like the instrumental was just a little bit too loud on that one. All right, interview advice. All right, and feel free to clip this for your socials. This would be great if someone would clip this for me, because I always forget to do this stuff when I'm giving you guys feedback on things or trying to teach and educate people on things that I've learned. But yes, okay, so interview advice. I think from the interviewer side of things, there's not really a way to suss out who's going to be a good interview, who's going to be a bad interview. I think you can look at their socials and kind of get an idea for like what kind of person they are and what kind of like attitude they have towards people in general. It's great to check out other old interviews that they've done. I used to do that kind of stuff too prior to going into an interview to get an idea of maybe things that I shouldn't talk about. I would always be like, all right, this is something that we shouldn't talk about because this is something that may be controversial that's happened to them, or something that's, if they were going through a breakup, like don't ask about their ex, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So it is just kind of like doing a little bit of research before you go into an interview. I do think from an interviewer standpoint, the way to give the best interview possible is to have an idea of talking points that you want to touch on, but then let the conversation evolve naturally. I always have follow-ups. I'm a little long-winded. It always ends up being a longer conversation than it needs to be, but I think when you think about it from the interviewer's perspective, what you want to do is get as much information and as much footage as you can so you can cut down and make the best interview possible or produce the best final content, right? So if you think about it, the more that you get, the better it is. So if you're going to draw out the conversation, make it longer, nothing wrong with that. I love doing a long interview. Those verified interviews would generally be 45 minutes to an hour long, and then they'd get cut down into a 10-minute video, 7-minute video, 5-minute video. Deconstructed was like a 2-hour shoot. So sometimes we'd be doing that for like 2 hours. We cut it down into a 10-minute video, 15-minute video. So getting more footage is always better because you'll be able to pull from more aspects of it. Don't change what people are saying. That's weird. Just make sure you keep the context the same, but getting more content and letting the conversation evolve naturally, I think, is the best way to get a great interview from the person that you are sitting down with. But be prepared. Do your research. Learn about who they are. Learn about what they care about. Definitely know what type of music they make. If you don't know what type of music they make and you're doing an interview with somebody, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, listen to that music, dive in, have favorites, be able to talk to them about things. Like, you want to find that common ground that allows them to open up to you. And also, as an interviewer, you need to give a little bit of yourself to the person you're interviewing. So don't be afraid to tell anecdotes about your life or give, examples of things that you are trying to get from them, right? So if it's like, you want to get a story about a specific topic, give them a story about a specific topic that you've also gone through in your life as an example so they know what you're trying to get out of them. You are almost producing a moment when you are doing an interview. So you are trying to produce the thing that you want to get from an answer. Yes, and verified, they ask you questions. That was literally like I would ask the questions for 45 minutes, line by line, thought by thought, like the things that I really wanted to get out of the lyrics. And then, we cut that out of the final video. So that's why I've done so many interviews, but people don't know that I've done all those interviews because I'm not actually in the video, but I was asking all the questions. So on the artist side, how to give a good interview: be yourself. Don't try and be too cool. Don't lie. Don't be afraid to be too vulnerable or say too much about who you are, what you care about. Like, truly just be yourself. Have a conversation person to person. Don't get freaked out by the lights. Don't look at it. Try not to even think about it, right? Like, if you're doing an interview where you don't have to look at the camera, don't look at the camera. Look at the person you're talking to. It's a conversation. And it honestly will take a lot of the heat off of you if you're not looking dead into the camera thinking about, what do I need to do with my hands? What do I need to do with my face? Just don't think about that. Just be yourself. Be a natural human being. Talk to the person that you're talking to. Ask them questions. You are there because they want to learn about you. You know what I mean? That's the thing I always try and tell artists when they're going into their first interviews from the management side. They are there because they want to learn about who you are. They want to ask you questions about who you are. They are there because of you. So you have some leverage in this situation. You can ask questions. If you don't want to answer something, say you don't want to answer it. It's not the end of the world. If you just think about what you're saying though. You don't have to rush to get an answer out. You can take time to think about what your answer is for a second. Don't go in there with a script. That is the corniest shit fucking ever, bro. I hate that. That was always one of my least favorite things that would happen is when an artist would come in and they'd be like, yo, this is how I'm going to answer these questions. I don't want a script, bro. I want to have a conversation with you. I want to get to know who you are. Your fans want to know who you are. They want to know what you're about. They want to know what you care about. They want to know why you make the music that you do, why you do this in the first place. You know what I mean? So just be vulnerable and let people in. You know what I mean? Have boundaries. You don't have to answer every single question. If there's things you don't want to talk about, say you don't want to talk about it. But at the same time, be open to having a genuine, real conversation with the person interviewing you, and you will always have a good interview. That's it. And just be yourself, man. If your personality is I think to be an artist professionally, you have to have charisma, at least some of it. You have to be somewhat charismatic to win people over and have them care about you and follow you and want to do everything that you ask them to do to support you. You know what I mean? So the best way to kind of, create that fan base and get people to fuck with you is to just have be naturally charismatic in the way that you talk to people and be animated and be fun and just have fun with it. You know what I mean? I think sometimes artists take interviews way too seriously, and it's just yo, we're here to make something that's cool and fun. And if you look at the best interviews, someone like Kiki Palmer, she's an incredible person to interview, because she is just entertaining all the time. And she's just having fun. You know what I mean? She's being herself. She's not trying too hard to be something she's not. She's just having fun with it. And that is why her interviews always hit. I've never seen a bad Keke Palmer interview. I did a Keke Palmer interview. It was one of my favorite ones I've ever done. I'll literally never forget that experience because she was a hell of fun to talk to. And it was funny. And it was just like a good time. And if you're on set or you're in an interview and you make it a good time for the people who are there with you, they'll never forget that. And they will always want to support you. I guarantee you that. As somebody who's been on the production side and been in these rooms, I will always go back to somebody that we've worked with before who we had a good time with to book them for things that maybe have a check involved. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's branded content. And we know they were a joy to work with, so we want to bring them back and do more with them. So just leave a good taste in everyone's mouth. Treat everyone with respect in the building, down to the fucking front door person. Like, just be a good, nice person. I guarantee you, you will have a great interview and you will do really well. Okay? Mustangs and Mojave. I'm gonna play this song, but to answer your question really quickly, the comedy interviews are fine. It's just like you have to know that's what you're going into, so it's gonna be a different situation than a serious like sit down interview. Pitchfork, other indie magazines have a publicist who actually gets placements in those places, but other than that, it's kind of hard to give you. There's not really like a cheat code for like how to get interviewed. It's just like you've got to have motion, and there's got to be a reason for them to interview. Like if you have a story to tell, you know what I mean? They're gonna want to interview you. It's just like, I think with big media companies in general, and like this is the same with Genius. Sorry, I'm plugging my phone in. This is the same with Genius too. It's like it's very reactive to like what's moving. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's still business, so they got to get clicks. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mustangs and Mojave Sunday up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. I talked a little too much, but it's okay. My wife's at a session, so we'll probably go over a little bit. How was Charlie Puth's interview? That was my first interview ever. I made him cry, and it was great, actually. He was super, super chill, and didn't get mad at me for asking him about something that made him cry. So this is sick already. Out of Oakland, California. Yes, because I did ask him about his situation, and he cried thinking about it. Oops. Oops. Golden production moment. This is immediately going in the playlist. And I'm going to go follow right now. Hey, this is Sunday on Instagram. Kev, have a good workout, my dude. We got to move a little quicker. I've been talking too much. It was. I was also in the UMG office with my boss sitting behind me on like the 40th floor in Manhattan. It was a little nerve-wracking, for sure. I love this. I love the little details in the production of this, too. I don't know if I did, bro. Paola? I don't think I know Paola. What's up, dude? Sorry, my phone died, so I'm turning my light back on here. And I'm gonna have to prop things like this. It's gonna look ridiculous. Yeah, I really like this a lot. What's her last name? This is really good. I have no feedback on this, Rudy. I mean, maybe on the instrumental aspect of the mix, I do kind of wish that those distorted guitars would maybe just ever so slightly more up in the mix, because it's such a nice touch in there, but that may be a little bit buried. It's nice when the solo comes in that it really shines. Voice is beautiful. I really like the voice a lot. Sorry, if you guys are down here, my phone died, so it's plugged in, so I can't prop it up. But we're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Album comes out next Friday. Nah, bro, I absolutely do not know that person. Sorry. Hey, this is Sunday on Instagram. Wait. Oh, did she work on wait. Damn, this is so crazy. This is not we have an artist that we dropped a song with, and the album artwork is almost exactly the same. And so for a second I was like, oh, did she work on this? But I signed this artist to Genius Distro a couple years ago, and we did the last song that we did with her actually was for The Inevitable. Look how similar this artwork is. That tripped me out so hard. Look at this. Crazy. Crazy. Hey, this is Sunday. Followed immediately. Really loved it. But damn, that like fucking, I was like, oh, did she write on that? That's sick. Ignore me. Really, really dope. Great job on the production. Really enjoyed that one a lot. Great vibe on the vocal. Just really thought that was sick. All right, off-air Hard Cry. We'll do another free skip after this. Early mix and master. Basically, the idea done. Transitions and balance for fine-tune will be done in the future. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving. Damn, this link did not work. Off-air, are you in the chat, please? Let's do the free skip now. Off-air, if you're in the chat, if you can either make that link not private, or if you can just resend another link, I'll go look for it myself. But just make sure it's, like, available to anybody with the link specifically, because sometimes those private links just get a little iffy. So that's all. You might have to put it on, like, hopefully that works. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Just let me know if you can resubmit again, if you know, I'll try and open it. Or if you can just make it not private. You can just submit it in the same thing, and I'll go look for it once you've done it. So just put it in Nero, and I'll go find it. KayvanMD, giving up. This is a crazy artist name. Let me know what you think. Open to any all feedback. This is a crazy artist name, bro. Historically, I love Luther Vandross. And historically, I love Kanye, but right now, it's very difficult to fuck with him at all. Okay, with the Neo intro. So sick. A So Sick reference right there. Hi, Kristen. I actually really like this. Vibes right off the back, immediately. Woo! You acting this way while you struggle with your peace. We've been going strong. Been doing my thing, the one know it's all. This is a fucking vibe. Let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, oh yeah, bro. You're hard, bro. This is fire. Sorry you're like this right now. My phone is dead, so I'm charging it off the desk. Come hang out on Twitch and YouTube, though. Chorizo says good ass voice. Silky says fire. I want to hear more vocal layers, like harmonies. That's really it. Just more vocal stacking. Lead melody is really nice though, and vocal tone is great. Is it Amine? It's not Amine, but that dude does look like Amine, right? Please tell me that's not just me. Wait, where are you from, yeah? Okay, I got you, Sienna's music. I'll put it to the top. I got you, don't worry. Okay, you should be next. It's been months for I fucking love this song. Come on now. I heard the reference. I didn't know you were gonna actually bring the So Sick bridge into it, but that's hard. I fuck with that. This is a super catchy melody, man. Call me back. You won't call me back. I just want more vocal layers, man. That's it. I think that's probably the only thing that I could say. Like, I really like a lot of this. I think it's really smart to kind of bring that So Sick reference into play. But yeah, quite literally for me, it's just like add some more vocal layers, just a little bit more ear candy on the vocal arrangement side of things. I think you're all set. You know what I mean? I would take cues from people like Neo. You know what I mean? If you listen to that vocal arrangement, there's always gonna be those harmonies and things like that too. What is considered as artist vision? What do you mean? That's a confusing question. If you could maybe elaborate what you mean by that. Like, what's the context of the conversation? All of it creatively should be the artist's vision. I don't know if that's the answer you're looking for. Hard cry, off air. We got you. Thank you for resubmitting that. Let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, you're fried, bro. I like that a lot. Sorry, again, that you guys are in this weird position. My phone is charging. But we're here. Come hang out on Twitch and YouTube. We're live right now. Oh, shit. Yay Van Dross for the last one. Definitely followed immediately. I've liked Off-Air's production in the past. And I do love a little electronic, a little fast-paced, high-tempo electronic music. Will hit the spot for me. It will. What's good, Murray? AX Cores, welcome in. Definitely submitting music. Woo! We are drum and bassing. Okay, I got an answer for that, because that makes sense. Massive off-air moment. Massive off-air moment. It's off-air on Instagram. Make sure you go tap in. It's getting loud in here. There's not a way for me to propagate. Woo! Let us know what you think in the chat. I actually love this. Doing 45 over the speed limit type B, yes. Early mix will be improved. The early mix still feels good. I think I would maybe just say those like arpeggiated kind of like picked synths. You could maybe just blend those in a little bit more, I think, for me, even listening to it right now. I like where the vocal sample sits. This is cool too. That's such a nice touch. I could definitely see this being a movie too. This would go super hard in Rocket. I was just thinking that. Rocket League, like any of those games. Yeah, oh my god. And also this like saw synth that you got going here. Oh, it's filthy. I love it. John, cheers. Splitgate 2 new season trailer. This is great, man. Even for an early mix, it sounds so polished already. Slightly bit more low mix to make that main lead really stand out, says Andiva. Blade Runner vibes. I would put this in one of my rare DJ sets. Guys, should I do a fucking DJ set on stream one of these? I think I'm gonna do it. My wife is going out of town for a little bit in July, so maybe I'll do like an impromptu little DJ set, Saturday morning set on stream one of these days. I like just for fun. I'm not like a great I just like doing it for fun, you know what I mean? But I could bust out like a quick like 1 hour, 2 hour set. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'll keep that in mind. You guys seem open to the idea of me doing a DJ set, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. And I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it one of these days. Saturday morning Vontae. And low-key was like, my wife was like, you should DJ, because her and my sister-in-law think I'm great, right? So not to toot my own horn, but they're always like, you're a good DJ. So they're always like, you should go do sets and do stuff outside. I'm like, I don't want to go outside. I'd rather just DJ from my bed. If I could DJ from my bed and that be my whole thing. Like, even if I was gonna do a set at a venue, I would just FaceTime in or like zoom in from my bed and do the set in the venue from home on a screen. I just think that would be a hilarious bit, and I'm committed to the bit. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if there's a bit, I will commit. Nick Cho has DJ, not even, bro, not even. I'm strictly UK garage, drum and bass, and then I'm a piano Afrobeat. That's all I'll do. I won't even touch hip hop or like pop music at all. I will only DJ UK garage, drum and bass or Afrobeat on piano. That's it. That's all I'm interested in. Saturday morning, Vontae. This is unreleased. Drops on my new album this Friday. Here's an exclusive. Thanks for reviewing Can't Stop. Loved the song that we heard from Vontae last week. It ended up in our New Music Who This playlist. New Music Who This playlist, and also songs we found on live stream playlist this week too. You can catch that in the content we dropped today on the Kayvan's House page on Instagram. This drops on Friday on his new album. It's called Saturday Morning. Let us know what you think in the chat. I was really impressed by the last one, so I hope we get more of that like soul kind of funk approach that we got on the last one. It reminded me of Anderson .Paak, the last song, and I liked that. Let us know what you think in the chat. The official Vontae on Instagram. I wish that the arrangement around the vocal came in a little bit earlier, but it does sound really good. I think that falsetto vocal felt maybe slightly empty right at the beginning, but that's a personal thing. It's definitely not like a make or break thing. You're okay, TKers. Woo! Guys, I finally watched Sinners this weekend. So I'm back in my blues bag because of the movie. But I have my thoughts. We will not go through the entire cube. We will definitely get through any skips. So if anybody does a skip, we will definitely go through it. It's that late night 2 a.m. at the diner with your thing music, says 4K Nova.
And you know Granny taught us how to live and pray on Saturdays. I watch my cartoon and everything was
Oh, I love this. I do love this. Like, you remind me of Andre 3000 and like Anderson .Paak. Like, it just, there's like Outcast elements in the music as well. I really like this a lot, man. And also, you were hitting these falsetto notes, man. Good for you. Yeah, BT Nicholas gives a good answer here, but I'll give you guys an answer to that question again in a second, too. Ah, I love this.
Tell me how a felon became the president and y'all ignored the evidence. Yeah, let's talk about all of the poison in the food.
Like, what genre, I guess, Vontae, if you're in the chat right now, like, what genre do you put yourself in? That's maybe the only question I have for you is like, and when we're talking about where you position yourself, hi Sumia, sorry, you're on this weird angle because my phone is plugged in right now. But we're live on Twitch and YouTube, come through. I'm just curious to like how you position yourself genre-wise. Like, is it R&B? Is it hip-hop? Pencil MF Jackson. What? I'm sorry. What is that? I don't really fuck with that message, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna give you a chance to explain what you mean by that. And also a warning to make sure that you do that in a respectful way. But we listen to answer the question that I think you're asking. No, we listen to all types of music in here, and all genres, and all types of artists are welcome, from all communities and backgrounds. So if you're down to be respectful of other people's art and work and who they are as people, you are absolutely welcome in here. And if you are not, then not so much. Okay. Okay, I mean, sure, if that, I guess. I'm glad you like it. That's more respectful way to approach it, I guess. I just want to make sure that everyone in the chat is respectful. That's the big thing here. We always want to make sure this is like a safe space for artists to come in, share their music, and also feel like they're welcome. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure. You know what I mean? Every night, this is the internet. Every now and then we get people come in here and it's a little weird, and the energy is off. So let's just make sure we're being respectful. But as long as you love the music, as long as you're being respectful for people, I'm gonna give you a pass this time. The official Vontae on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. That song is not out yet. It drops this week. It's called Saturday Morning. It's on his new album that drops this Friday as well. I am following because I'm really fucking with the music a lot. I've heard a lot of things that I like so far in the 2 songs that I've heard. Reminds me of Anderson .Paak. Reminds me of definitely artists that I've loved in the past, like the Marvin Gayes of the world. Definitely some of that more Motown-leaning stuff. But it's cool because it brings in some of this hip-hop element, a little bit like rapping here and there as well. So I'm really enjoying what you make. I may be curious to know what genre you position yourself in and how that works when it comes to like pitching to people and pushing things. And that's more of a question just generally about how you marketing your music than anything else. Chasing Ghosts, Unreleased, Dre Lee up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. We got a couple more paid skips and then we'll do another free skip. Looks like we're 1, 2, 3, 4, like 2 more. Okay, it's the first time going to the studio trying to get the mix right, like you said. All right, cool. I'm excited to hear it. Rap scene's definitely become oversaturated, but music's become oversaturated in general. Gonna have Kev touch it up. Beautiful. I love that, man. That's great to hear.
Stay humble and hungry. This road get lonely. Don't do that shit that you thinking about doing. You know that it's on me. Stay humble and hungry. This road get lonely. Don't do that shit that you thinking about doing. You know that it's on me. You still love me on Jamaican show. Sometimes it feel like I'm chasing.
Question.
Ain't never felt this kind of pain
Was this your first time using like more of a condenser mic as opposed to like a dynamic or something? Like, was there like a big difference? Did it feel different for you being in the studio? Because like for me, I do think that sometimes that switch from going to the home setup to the studio, it takes a little bit of time to get used to it and like sit into the mic properly. So I'm just curious to know like how it felt for you.
Sometimes I wonder about the route I took. Sometimes I want to put down the mic.
Energy is.
I done wrote some shit that was so real when I went to record.
You've got some time, Lucas.
I'm from Polk County. I'm the real deal.
I do think overall it captures your vocal tone better, right? I'm not Filipino, but I am half Middle Eastern and I'm half Chinese, so you're not too far off.
Don't do that shit that you thinking about.
But I'm not Arab. I'm not Filipino. I'm Persian and I'm Chinese. But a good guess.
Don't do that shit that you thinking about doing. You know that it's on me. Everything that glitter ain't gold. Trying to live.
So I think that's the thing, right? For me, I think the thing that I would definitely work on is the more you go into the studio, the more you'll get used to being in front of a microphone, knowing where to stand with a condenser mic, because it is a... Check. Are we hit? Are we on? Are we off? Guys? I think... Are you guys in the chat? Did the stream go out? I think it did too. Check. Are we here? Are we good? I don't know what happened just then. That was very weird. It did go out though, right? It's back. We're okay though. We're still here. I don't know. That was weird. I was talking to you guys and then I was like, what the fuck? Okay, the chat's moving again. So we're here. I think. Are we good? Like, is everybody here? It seems like everybody is here. Can I keep going? That was weird. That was so weird. I have no idea what happened. It's back for me too. The stream on the chat is not moving. I agree. Hold on one second. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Roll call. All right, we're back. The chat is caught up. It took a second. Oh my god, that was so weird. That's like literally never happened. Okay, so what I was saying is the things that I do here now, it's mostly just about like getting used to recording on a condenser mic and learning how to use your voice. I'm one of those. It's a different type of mic, so it's going to pick up different frequencies and things like that. Also the proximity of like where you yeah, that was a really crazy lag spike though, because everything stopped. My internet stopped on my phone. I couldn't do anything on my computer. Like everything stopped. So my internet must have gone out for a second. I'm not really sure, but we're back. Anyway, yeah, I think it's just getting used to the mic, and then, but I do think there is positives. Like, we're hearing more of your vocal tone, we're getting more of the depth in the voice. I think all of those things sound good. But the thing that I would say now is just like, all right, learn how to use a condenser mic, do that a little bit more, and that's it. It's possible I have Genghis Khan blood, I'm sure. I don't know the history of Pencil Jackson at all. Sorry, I'm also not caught up with the chat. All right, this is Ethel Kane Nettles remix by Laurel. I think I like this one more than the other one we listened to today. Sorry, I gotta get back in my flow. Laurel.gif on Instagram. I will say, I like how empty these are because it does leave a lot of space, but part of me also feels like it just needs a little bit more inside of these to just round them out and polish them off. Let me know what you think in the chat. Thankfully, everything is working again now. Jay Indigo, welcome to the chat too. This one maybe feels a little bit more fleshed out purely because there's more of a vocal in it than the last one. You know what I'm saying? I guess if you guys are in the chat and you want to submit, make sure you use this link to Nero. If you want to skip the queue, you can guarantee you get played on stream today if you want to. Okay, of the two we've listened to, this is the standout for me. We got one more song after this from T. Karras, and then we'll do another free skip from the submission form. What do you mean, Heisman? I low-key feel like you could put artists on top of them and it would really like fill out some of these emptier spaces, like the verse sections. That last song sounds like Life Changes by Casey Veggies. I am streaming on Thursday this week too, Ernie. Welcome back to the chat. It's nice to see you, bro. Yeah, we are streaming on Thursday as well. I'm just doing Tuesday today because yesterday I was doing some stuff with Big Ass Kids, so I was filming a bunch of interviews in person. So that's why we didn't get to stream yesterday. I was exhausted. I got home and I basically fell asleep. Bring it on, T. Karras. First track in a while. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Yeah. Hey, it's me. What's up? This is T. Towers. You can call me Taylor. I've been playing this thing for so long that it's offended my
I mean, it depends what you want, Malou. Like, if you are... Yes.
I've done insane. And because I've done insane, I've
let us know what you think in the chat.
Simple and plain. So yeah, I'm ready to take on everybody. Bring it on. There's that hip hop right here. It bangs in your ear. Hits you high in the face.
I mean, I do think your vocals sound clearer than they have before in the past, so that's a plus already.
I ain't a clown, the bed to leave your ass in the ditch. All your after you'll be truly fun. You're ignorant as fuck. Talking about nothing. I'm not the same as your peers. It's been reality.
Timing wise, this is way better than some of the stuff you sent in before too. Way more on time. There's still like things here or there, like definitely on the syllable side of things where it's like maybe like too few syllables for a bar to make sense rhythmically. But generally, this does feel like an improvement. Chorus is the best that it's ever sounded. Like, this is the best hook I've heard from you so far. There's maybe like things in the bars here or there lyrically that could kind of improve. All right, Pencil. You know what, bro? Only because like I really just like, you know, I'm here just doing this because I enjoy it. And what I'm not gonna do is have somebody come in and just insult me for no fucking reason. So how about you eat a dick? Peace. That's what happens. I'm gonna deny his message because it was actually genuinely offensive, not just to me, but to like a bunch of people. So just, you know, for everybody who's in the chat, I don't like to kick people out, but if you come in here and you give me just bullshit for no fucking reason, I'm also not gonna let you stay. You're just not welcome. I told him, bro. I gave him a warning. Get the fuck out. Like literally, like get out of here. I don't need you. Bring it on, T. Karras. All right, bro. Definitely an improvement. Things I would still work on. Mix still needs a little bit of work, but it definitely sounds much better than it did in the past. Delivery standpoint, it is better. I will say there is improvement. But I still think keep working on it, especially with some of the rhythmic elements. Like it's still like at times maybe gets a little offbeat, but then comes back on. Look, racism's never funny. Also, like he was just being like just more discriminatory language. Like at first I was like, oh, maybe he's just being silly. We'll give him a chance. He didn't take his chance, man. So, like, look, I tell everyone this. If you're not respectful in the chat, you're not welcome in the chat. And that's just what it is. I'm not going to sit here and let this devolve into some, like, stupid internet shit. Like, it's more than that. I care about what we do here and about music and how we work with artists way more than I care about having one person in here at all. Like, this is not about the individual. This is about the whole. So, look, like... you guys all know, like most of you have been here for long enough to know I'm not fucking around. I will give you a warning. I will give you an opportunity to like do things the way that we do things in here. And if you don't, it is what it is, bro. You get a warning. You get one. Submit right here, Corrupt Modification. We would love to have you submit music. I'm sorry that you came into that. But sometimes you just gotta tell people they gotta get out of here, man. That's it. Said and done. Trying to grunge your vibe on the song. FKA Twigs was the inspo. Actually, I lied. We've got a free skip. Let's do that first. Free skip first. Free skip first. Early Earl. How you move. The song's unreleased. Let me know how it's sounding. My guy. We will. Let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah. Generally, Corrupt Modification. Everything is mad chill in here, but every now and then we get like a little weirdo from the internet who just wants to be disrespectful. So we gotta ban them and kick them out. They're not welcome. We're trying to have fun in here. Let us know what you think.
Pull up on a nigga, come and show me how you move. Trippy nigga stepping out in Ricks while wearing rude.
I really like the energy on this already.
With bitches by the pool, in a penthouse chilling. Rack stacked up to the ceiling. Had to lock in on myself, don't give a fuck about being the villain. Until that check come, I'm in the
I do still think that the vocal could be ever so slightly louder. Kicks loud for sure. Hey man, look, we don't get too spicy in here all the time. We keep it about the music, but every now and then, every now and then, it's what it is.
Put in some work if you chasing your dreams. I'm getting to it, I'm jocking and blessed. I used to stress, sitting and think about what's coming next. I need it all, I'm job pressed. I need 100 up just to relax. From nothing to something, I started with scrap.
I do like this. I think for me, it is just the kicks a bit loud. He is walking, bro. Is this dude from New York? He's got a New York accent a little bit.
Say she love me and it's true. Pull up on a nigga, come and show me how you move.
This guy seems chill as fuck.
Having vivid dreams, I see myself with bitches by the pool. In a penthouse chilling. Rack stacked up to the ceiling.
Also think the kicks come down, it will be pretty solid mix wise. Everything else does stand out. It does feel like the kick maybe buries things ever so slightly. I do agree with Ndiba.
I dive in the water, I'm feeling replenished.
Not surprising that Swid Life follows. Also not really surprising that Mundane follows. It definitely feels like it's in the same space. I'll fuck with this though. Early all 3ARLY, 3ARL. It's very little notes. You know what I mean? It's really just making sure that the vocal is the thing that stands out in the mix. Right now, the kick maybe feels a little bit loud. And that's it. That's the one thing that I think we all kind of feel like. Oh, you're from Maryland. Shout out to you. Sorry, I didn't see you in the chat over here on Instagram. I'm not, so obviously right now you're charging, so you're in a weird spot. But yeah, I like this a lot. Out of Maryland, that's also not really too surprising. That does kind of feel like the DMV a little bit. I always fuck with artists I hear from the DMV too. It's rare that I hear something and I'm not like, you know what, I really enjoyed this. There's like a attitude and just a swag that I think a lot of artists from the DMV have that I always really appreciate. Said and done. Tarek Music up next, trying a grungy vibe on the song. FKA Twigs was the inspo. Tarek is from the UK, so definitely let us know what you think in the chat. Damn! These SoundCloud links, bro. Tarek, resubmit. I'll bump you back up to the top. We're going to play this Ndiba one first. Crusoe, for a long time, did a remix for one of our artists from my label, and it's finally out. I love Ndiba. Ndiba is a producer from Miami. I think he's a great producer. SoundCloud's always a little weird like that with the private links, honestly. I don't love it, but just try and submit another link for it, even if you upload the file, and I'll just make sure we put you back in the queue, okay? Hey, man, thank you for submitting. Seriously, sorry that you're in this weird spot right now. Come hang out on Twitch and YouTube. It's a little bit better. I already love the way this has started, if I'm being real. Ndiba, bro, it's really a crime that you don't have more listeners. I genuinely enjoy what you do from a production standpoint, especially arrangement too. DMV does have a dope swag, right? It's just something about it, bro. It's in the water. All right, get ready for these drops. They're gonna be good. I would agree with that too, Ndiba, but especially because of like the remixes and stuff like that too. It's such a Damn, I love what you did with the synths here, bro. The gating on these synths is so nice. Let us know what you think in the chat. Damn, I can snooze my ads again. That's tight. Corrupt Modifications, I love this drop. Ben Thusen says insane drop. I didn't answer, Kaya. I'm so sorry. right now, I think you're further down, but we're going to be doing free skips throughout the stream, and I'll probably do some extra time to do some free skips today because I talked a lot. But if you do want to guarantee you get played, the skip queue is the best way to do that. And Diba Music on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. Make sure you go tap in. Seriously. I can do a YouTube video, Tarek. This one moves really well. I need this in like a Forza. You know what I mean? Forza. I used to play Burnout a lot when I was a kid. I don't know if you guys remember that game. Damn, was that a good racing game. Paradise was fine. I didn't love the open world nature of it. But bro, I'm talking like Burnout 1. Burnout 2, Point of Impact. One of my favorite games of all time, bro. Easily. This game is a perfect game. 3 was good too. Oh, wow. Need for Speed Carbon was also very good. No, no. 1 and 3 was similar, for sure. 2 was so good on PS2, bro. Oh man, what a banger of a game. Need for Speed Underground series is valid too. I also like Midnight Club a lot. Midnight Club was fire. Forza is like, the Forza Horizon is probably the closest thing we have now, but I miss the crash aspect of it. Like, doing crash-specific challenges was so much fun on Burnout. SSX Tricky is one of my favorite games ever, too. Oh, and Diba, not only did you send us down a nostalgic hole with this, but you also did an amazing job on the remix. Really enjoyed it. And Diba, A-N-D-I-B-A music on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. Let me make sure I save this one. Forza was Xbox, I swear. Forza is Xbox. I have like an Xbox One that I took from my old job. And so that was how I played Forza. But it is, like, I really do like it. I think they released Forza Horizon on PS, though, too. Is there space for negotiations? There's always space for negotiations if you've got leverage. If you don't have leverage, maybe not so much. But it is about building leverage. My dad in the chat, Need for Speed. Yeah, the first Need for Speed that I ever played was the Need for Speed on Microsoft 95, bro. Trent 3 p.m. Sweet Leaf and Trent, let us know what you think in the chat. I agree, Forza Horizon is fire. A little repetitive after a while, but it is fire. This game. This is gonna age me right now, but I remember playing this game when I was a kid and just being obsessed with it. It's not even called that, is it? NFS. Country, I gotta Google it. Original Need for Speed on PC game. Getting bread on my money on cut. I don't believe in love, that's what I told her. Drinking all my problems away and I'm so hurt. I think it was this, right? No, it's not this one. This game, Road and Track. Road and Track presents the Need for Speed, guys. It's so old it doesn't come up in search. Literally. This game, 1994. I don't know Turkish, no. But I will listen to Turkish music. I'm gonna show you guys right now. This is a peek into my history. Look at this shit, guys. I used to love this game. Look how bad the graphics are. Oh my god, these graphics are terrible. Kind of fire though. It is the grandpa of games, literally. Oh man. I distinctly remember this track being one of my favorites. Oh my god, bro. Bro, Road and Track Presents is crazy. Super fire though. Dude, it's like literally like the oldest, it's probably the oldest like 3D racing game. That song was fire. Trent, I gotta be honest, I never really have feedback for you anymore because I really enjoy the music that you're making. I think the direction you're going in is a really good direction too. It's pretty good. I fuck with this artist a lot. I've playlisted basically everything I think that they've released so far, individually, but also as a group. 3 Past Midnight is the group. They're really, really fire. Trent 3 p.m. on Instagram. Make sure you go follow him as well. Make sure you go tap in with the group also. 3 Past Midnight. John and Trent, both individually great artists, but together also very cool too. This old ass PC game looks better than Game Boy Advance games. Literally, that's crazy. It literally was MS DOS. Before we were like Microsoft, XP, Windows XP, it literally was MS DOS 1995 or something like that. Ridiculous. The game did go hard though. I love a good retro video game sometimes. Barbados, Silk up next, out of Chicago. I've been talking too much today. You guys are gonna be talking too much today, guys. We're going into all these nostalgic holes though. I was there. I remember when it came out.
Running up the Zaza, stuff it in a mango. Otherwise, it's paper, no grabber, no the fronto. I just want your
okay, Silk.
Only be a Sancho.
And your little island bag right now. OME_Silk. I like this a lot, bro.
From Barbados, 151 to the head in the Bahamas. Party on the beach.
Let us know what you think in the chat.
Other niggas hating, they ain't fucking with this fine shit. But when I'm feeling low and I'm all alone, I ain't so strong now.
Oh, sick. We only have 2 more paid skips. Beautiful. So we'll get to do some freeze. I like this. This is a really nice nice direction for your vocal. It's definitely a vibe.
And the one I love most don't want me, I can hear it in her voice and I can see it in her eye. I can feel it in her tone. She been dimming in her smile. It's okay, been back in cones. I'll be high.
I like this. One thing I would just be careful of is like when you're singing, your voice is a little bit softer. So just make sure that you bring that up in the mix overall. I really like this direction though. I know you just hit an ad, so you'll see this in the VOD, but I really like this direction for you. I like this vocal style too. I think his voice is one of the strongest parts about him, correct modification. Every time I hear him, he's got such a good vocal tone. OME_Silk on Instagram.
Other niggas hating, they ain't fucking with this fine shit. Caressing on your body, make out in the lobby, make it to the baby before you gave it to me sloppy. Legs on 12 o'clock, if you riding Kawasaki. Okinawa roll, yeah, hard.
This is cool. This is really cool. Oops, I put that in the wrong place. I like this a lot. Sounds like Russ. Sounds like Russ, but like I'm not a huge Russ fan, so I'm not gonna make the Russ comparison. I respect what Russ has done, but I'm not the craziest fan of Russ's voice or songs necessarily. But I do agree. Also, getting a singer on that might be really cool. I do upload my streams to YouTube as well. They'll be right on there right after we get done. It's live on YouTube right now as well. So once we get done, it'll just populate there in the live tab, but I'll put it in the playlist as well. Yeah, bro, look, I really like this a lot. I would love to hear you do some more stuff that's kind of in this lane as well and in this space. And beyond that, actually just hearing you and your singing voice a little bit more, I thought it was really cool. It was like nice to hear you in this melodic space. It was nice to hear you on something that had a little bit more of a bounce to it and wasn't like as hip-hop leaning necessarily. So I'd be curious. Please keep pushing the boundaries, bro. Keep trying new stuff. Like I want to hear you try new things and just kind of push the boundaries creatively of what you can do. Tarek, I got you. Thank you for reminding me. We'll do this one from Problem Child and then we'll do yours right afterwards, okay? This is Problem Child by Unknown Too Many. Oh, I just hope you vibe out. Me too. Let us know what you think in the chat. Russ podcast interviews the music. I would agree. I like the way that he speaks about the industry and how candid he is with sharing his experience. I just don't know that I fuck with his music all that much. But look, respect for what he's done. Respect for what he continues to do for the artist community. I don't necessarily always agree, but I appreciate him for making the effort to try and educate young people and young artists on how the industry can work in a different way for you. So, hella respect. Just not the biggest fan of his music. And I'd rather it be that than Won't they be more spins? We could do more spins, but usually for the free queue, I actually just ask you guys to put your artist name in the chat, and then we just build another queue. So I'm not too pressed either way. Hey, Jessa. Sorry, you're charging on my desk right now. That's why it's such a weird angle. Oh, this is you. Fuck you.
Trying not to cry while I crash to the ground, knowing that nobody can help me now. Pause. I'm on my knees and I'm
Let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, exactly. He's got a real fan base. I got hella respect for that. He built something real.
Now I'm looking at myself right in the mirror saying, my nigga, you kinda need to start thinking real clear, cause it's tears.
I'm not mad at this.
Gotta make this song.
It does remind me of stuff that I've listened to in the past. Kaya says I really like this. I do think that the drums are hard. Maybe a little, hitting a little too hard though.
I be aiming to knock a head loose with this for Tyson vibes. They remember when the voice was high.
I think what I would like to hear is maybe a little bit more on the vocal layering side of things with ad-libs and just like doubling vocals here and there. No, not yet. Not yet. Don't do that yet in the chat. I'll tell you guys in a second when we're doing that part. I'll explain how it goes too, don't worry.
That's what my ancestors say when I mess up the plan. I've been having to replay a couple lessons to become a man. Hope my mother proud, cause I've been doing all I can.
You know, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna come back and listen to it with fresh ears. Skybeam 2.0 on Instagram. There's definitely something here from a songwriting standpoint. No, you're good. No need to apologize. You guys aren't doing it. You're not doing anything wrong in the chat. Don't worry. You guys are all great. Drum pattern is really cool. It does have a familiar vibe. Tone is really good. Vocals really good. I agree with 4K Nova.
So watch me sit back and take it off of mine. Got these people calling me like they should.
I think the tough part I'm having is mostly mix, right? So I don't necessarily feel like the vocal stands out quite enough within the overall production. And while I listen to the lyrics, it's really solid. When I listen to the delivery style and the actual tone, it sounds really solid. I just wish that the actual tone of the vocal, and maybe this is like adding doubles, maybe this is adding layers, but just adding those little ear candy moments to really hook you and keep you in for the entire thing. 3-minute runtime is pretty solid. I'm not mad at it. It wasn't like I got bored or anything like that, and sometimes that is the case. But I think there's something missing in the vocal specifically that I need to just keep things, like, just keep me on my toes. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I feel like that was kind of vague, but at the same time, it's like, it's just those little extra details that I think could really elevate what you're doing. But I think it's a really, really good base work that you have right now, and I do really like the song. I put it in the playlist. I'm gonna come back to it before next Tuesday and just give it another, another fresh listen. Moody, welcome back, bro. It's nice to have you back. We have switched things up a little bit, just so you know, if you're gonna be submitting music or trying to do the skip queue, just make sure you read those things in the chat. But I will say, really dope overall. Skybeam 2.0 on Instagram. Definitely want to keep up with you, bro. Please keep sending music. Please keep submitting stuff for the other playlists that I work on. Again, just as a reminder for anyone who's in the chat, you can go follow us on Instagram. We do have a Songs from the Comments series. You can literally just comment your songs in the chat there. I will listen to it myself. You can also go join the Discord community, and we do have our community playlist, which is back open again. I do listen to all of those myself as well. And if you have songs that are coming out on Friday, releases, bro, Costa Brazil song is fire, Silk. How do you know about that song? We listened to that live on stream, and I love that. It's still one of my favorites to this day from Raw. Said and done, Tarek Music. This is just a demo. Let us know what you think in the chat. Oh, what is this animation from? Let me see if I can guess what this is from. Joker, Batman Beyond, right? Or this is that Batman movie that's about the Joker. I just remember watching this when I was a kid. Baby, oh, he played it last week in an event. I love that song. Song coming out on Friday. Right now, Batman Beyond. Come on, bro. I know my animations.
Right now, there's no going back down. It's easier said than done, but I couldn't leave you dead and gone. I made a promise that's for one. I wouldn't break it for no one. It's easier said than done, but
I can't believe you're in a Chinese restaurant right now. That's kind of fire. We have one more paid skip. 2 more paid skips. And then we'll do some free skips, okay? 2 more songs. 3 more paid skips. I lied. We'll do another free random spin in a second. After this one.
Remembering this place is such a wrapped inside of
This was really
your
cool.
voice, all in my mind.
Sorry, we'll go back to Batman.
Your soul, but I'm enclosed to your home. I wouldn't try to change a piece of this pie. I glance at your eyes and I'm invited inside.
Is that Harley Quinn?
Baby,
Scarecrow. Get out of here, Scarecrow.
need you right now. Hold on.
Is that Scarecrow? I'm like, who the fuck is that now?
No going back down.
The skips just guarantee you'll get played on stream. That's it. And it bumps you further in the queue. That's all. It's just if you wanted to do a paid skip, people do that because they wanted to. They asked for it. I like this. I like the darkness of it. I would say one thing to think about is just timing of certain parts of the delivery. Malou, I appreciate your dedication. Trust. Yeah, basically. Nicholas has got it. We've had a couple really good ones since you've gone 2-2 gone.
Wrapped inside of your voice, all in my mind. And touch your soul, but I'm engrossed with
I like the overall vibe of this. I think it's just timing. Be careful of timing. Every now and then there's a word that hits maybe slightly too early. That's all. Bro, shout out to Nero. Shout out to the team over there. I think Sir Chris in the chat who works with Nero, and then also Eddie, the founder. Great people. Great company.
right now. There's no going back down. It's easier said than done, but I couldn't leave you.
I mean, if you could, maybe the one thing that I would love to hear on this one is like an octave up vocal.
It's easier said than done, but I couldn't leave you dead and gone. I made a promise that you wouldn't. I wouldn't break it for no one.
You know what I mean? Just in the background, just for the layer. Especially as we get into this later aspect of the song. Yeah, this is an episode of Batman Beyond. Shout out to those people. They fumbled us getting an animated Batman Beyond. I wish we could get one of those. I always see the rumors for it on Instagram, and I'm like, damn, we need that. I did get distracted, sorry. Visual's cool too. Lucas, no problem, man. Have a great rest of your night. Make sure you come join the other things too and submit for those things too. What about the queue spots? Like I'm 20 tours. So it's newest to oldest, but it's like if someone does a skip, then you'll get pushed down in the queue because of that, right? So like the paid skips get pushed higher up in the queue and everything else moves down. But like I said, we do free skips every 5 paid skip, and then usually, and today I'm going to go a little bit over just because there's no reason for me to get off. So I'll go a little bit longer and we'll do a free skip section just because I can do it today. Like Count a Melody every once in a while, says the God McDJ. I would agree with that too. It's those little details again. You know what I mean? It's just like additive things, additive vocal lines. Tarek Music on Instagram. Make sure you go. I can't remember if I recorded an octave up, but I want that there too. That's it. That's the only thing I would say. You know what I mean? All right, let's do a free skip really quick. Who's it going to be? It is. Oh my God, Lage. He just left. Lage, come back. Wake up. I'll produce, perform, mix, and master by myself as well as visual art. Come back. Lage. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Damn. We're going to play it. I feel bad, but we'll play it. The VOD's going to be up on YouTube. Oh, cool. Not what I expected at all. This kid's out of Alaska, which is really interesting. Hey man, look, there's a way to do it. I don't know what to tell you. There's a way to guarantee it. I tell people all the time. Submit for the other things too. I'm still gonna listen to those other things. Prod.lage on Instagram. Definitely gonna follow. I like this a lot. This is super chill. Wow, he does these visuals too and they look amazing. I love this visual approach. Very cohesive. No, I like that vibe overall from you, bro. I do feel like this part. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's. I totally feel you as well. Like it's just unfortunately the way that we built things. It's not a perfect system. It's just a system that works. I like this. I do think that verse section needed maybe a little bit more tuning, a little bit more post-production, but I like it when it gets into this section again, and it's more like high-pitched vocal. Cool idea, though. I do like this. And then again, all produced, performed, mixed, mastered by one person, as well as visual art. Like, props to you for putting the work in. I think it's just these verse sections to me that maybe need a little bit more work. And it's more just like, I think they feel a little shakier than when we get into more of these produced sections in the chorus. That's all. I love that we're all on IG. Look, I'm gonna be real. IG is the one that's lasting the test of time, and TikTok could go away at any point. That's why I'm always telling people build your IG accounts. Also, brands really look at IG more than they look at TikTok because they can't necessarily run ads or run content or branded content the same way on TikTok as they can on Instagram. So that's why I'm always telling people, don't forget about Instagram. It's there for a reason, and it's still like industry looks at that. It's like your resume, you know what I mean? So build it up. Make sure you build a following there as well. Don't ignore it. And if you're making stuff for TikTok, put it on Reels. Put it on YouTube Shorts. Just put it everywhere. This is a really chill, easy to listen to, though. I do like this. TikTok is a discovery app. YouTube's evergreen. IG's a networking app. I would agree with that. Honestly, that statement's pretty solid. Prod.lage on Instagram. Yeah, I actually was looking at my metrics the other day. I was psyched. I don't really go on TikTok the same way anymore. Like, my wife and I will doom scroll together, and that's like a really fun thing that we do. Okay, that sounds weird. That's a really fun thing that we do together. We'll put TikToks on the TV. We have TikTok telly time, and we'll literally just put it on. If neither of us feel like watching anything, we'll put TikTok on the TV. We'll just scroll for like, 30 minutes or so, do it together, laugh about the TikToks we find together. She'll literally like lie on my chest and it'll be on the TV, and I'll be scrolling with my left hand, holding her in my right hand. And it's just something that that's like the only way I enjoy consuming TikTok now. Like, I used to be on it for hours, and now I'm just kind of like, whatever. I also like the Wheel of Fortune for free submissions. It's just so everyone gets a chance, and if we have the same person again, like, I'll just do something else too. Murray Wade, closer. Let's get some of these last few paid skips, and then we can do some free ones, all right? How to make your IG pop? Be consistent. Make content. Do carousels. Do reels. Do video content. Try new content styles. Go look at the tips and the ideas they give you on the back end, too. There's a lot of cool tools they have there for you guys. All right, Murray Wade, closer. Let us know what you think in the chat. Love this idea so far. I do think the timing on the closer repetition at the beginning was maybe a little off. So I would just keep an ear out for that. That's nice. I don't think my brain's rotting, though, for what it's worth. Like, regardless of how much I do, like, social media stuff all the time. I'm dead, Heisman. A lot of times I almost thought that I was done with it. Nah, bro, not at all. If it works for pop music, it's popular for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from what other genres do, and you can, honestly, there's a lot of people who aren't going to do those things and won't stand out. But if you can look at what's working across the board and apply it to what you're doing, sometimes that can help you. I agree with BT and Nicholas, though. Have a content calendar. I actually like this one a lot. I haven't heard you rap so much so far, Murray, but I do actually like the rap voice a lot. I did not complete Squid Game Season 3 yet. I haven't watched Squid Game Season 2 yet, if we're being honest. I'm getting through The Sopranos right now and trying to finish it. I like the vocal production too. I actually really love Murray's voice overall. Like, his tone, it's very unique, so it always stands out to me. The only thing that I really hear on this one is just the timing of the closer, closer, closer part. That's it. Oh, yeah. I mean, yes and no, Heisman. I think there's a lot of artists you see who are hip-hop artists who pop off on Instagram, too. I think right now, though, if I'm being honest, hip-hop is just in a place of being less popular across the board than it has been over the last, like, maybe 10 years or so. So it's like, it's just a weird spot. Like, promoting hip-hop in general is more difficult right now because I think people are more interested in different styles of music and different types of music. Also, curators and what they're covering is shifting. Tastes are shifting. So I think that's more what it is than anything. I don't know that it's like social media apps are not built for rap, because there's a lot of hip-hop that really does break, and there's a lot of pages that cover hip-hop specifically and stuff like that. I just think it's a different market, and it's low-key like a different ecosystem for hip-hop on social media than it is for other genres, purely because of the way that people look at promoting and covering it. You know what I mean? I like the distance on the closer vocals quite a bit, says the corrupt modification. I like that too. I think there's a lot of things I do really like about this. Oh, you put it behind the beat on purpose. Okay, well, for me as a listener personally, that's always going to catch my ear. It's not something I love. But at the same time, if it's purposeful, if it's for like an artistic reason, I'll never tell anyone to not do something. So you can ignore what I said entirely. Lambo Body by Raw Moody up next. Just released this, guaranteed to get you fit. It's true. Genres of decades long. Yeah, it's just changing. What people want is changing, you know what I mean? Yeah, pop needs marketing.
I want that Lambo body. Why you working hard on your
I do think that the content options are easier, but coverage is less. Unless you're in the hip-hop blog space, you know what I mean? Like, my shit is all hip-hop, but... Yeah, bro, I'm gonna immediately say this. Bro, when you make music in this space, bro, it hits every time. You got this fucking, like, up-tempo, like, energetic shit down. This is not your account. Raw__Moody on Instagram. Oh, you already did your big one with this cake. You already did this. You did your big one with his album artwork, bro. I don't blame you. Raw__Moody, man. This guy works out.
Why you working hard on your body to look good when I'm
we went wild for this one, says Raw Moody. Hey, man, look, props to you.
I'ma tune it all up for you. I
like this.
I want that Lambo body. Why you working hard on your body to look good?
Don't contact them. I think I've said this like 15 times. Don't reach out to A&Rs. Just make good music. Build an audience for yourself. Focus on your audience, and they'll come to you, bro. Every time. It's literally their job to come to you. You lose leverage as soon as you go after them. Zeph says shout out Raw Moody. Huge shout out to Raw Moody, man, for real. I say this once a stream. Don't reach out.
Tell me what you want. I want that Lambo body. Tell me what you want. I want that Lambo body. Tell me what you want. I want that Lambo body.
Oh, are you from Chicago as well? Or are you from like which area? I like that snare, non-conventional but distinctive. I like this whole fucking thing, bro. I like this a lot. Yeah, fuck A&R reps, man. Look, I'm technically an A&R, but man, I don't fuck with A&Rs like that, just generally. Like, for the most part, I was an artist first, so for me it's a little bit different. I feel like it's a much more personal connection to all this. But like, yeah, like most A&Rs now are like kind of lazy, if I'm being honest. Yeah, technically, I'm actually director of music distribution now, so I actually run 2 distro companies. I'm not just an A&R. But yeah, like, I'll be real, like, I don't really fuck with the way they approach signing things or the way they look for artists or what they care about. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I just think at the same time, like, there are great A&Rs out there. There are great, look, this is a generalization. There are great A&Rs out there, and there are people who really care about developing artists and finding great music and being first. Equally, there are a lot of A&Rs out there who are fucking lazy and honestly maybe got there because of nepotism in the first place and don't really give a shit about what they're signing, and they'll just lie to you and tell you what they got to do to sign you. But what I do want you guys to also understand is, from outside looking in, right? Like, yes, it feels that way. It feels personal. It's still a business, and like, their jobs literally are to sign artists. So they are going to tell you what you want to hear to sign you, because that's literally their job, is to build the catalog and build the roster and sign things, right? So like, you've just got to keep in mind and take everything with a pinch of salt. Like, every time I talk to an A&R as a manager, I'm always like, yo, I know, you know, you're going to tell me what I want to hear, but this is what I want to know. You know what I mean? There's questions I want to ask and things that I want to know about the team and what roster they're building, what they're focused on, all that kind of shit too. If you were to sign a contract with a label and you fuck with the A&R, include a clause. Yeah, exactly. I think that's smart advice right there from Nicholas. Sweet and Sour, Fluva, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. Damn, SoundCloud has been fucking weird today, bro. Fluvo, do you mind re-uploading this as a audio file on Nero? And I'll just make sure we get you in the queue before we finish, all right? Zefsta, see ya. I don't know why that did that. I'm so sorry. I would agree with that corrupt modification, but, you know, I'm going to exclude myself from that because I've spent my entire life uplifting independent emerging artists, and that's a big part of the way I work. And I think, like, having the experience of making music makes me a better A&R personally. Nicholas, I'm dead, bro. Yeah, they'll hype you up for sure. They're gonna tell you what you want to hear. I agree with Nicholas, bro. Zepster, this is cool, bro. The Zepster on Instagram. I actually like this. Song is released. Final track from my recently released LP 777 Fill Every Line. Let's go find it real quick. Nicholas, bro. You just gotta give up, bro. Wait, what is your artist name? Drive Time One's radio. This is good, bro. I like this. Yeah, there's A&Rs who do that shit too. You gotta be careful about what's in contracts, guys. V Zepster. Melodies are good. I think the tuning is maybe slightly off at times. That's the only thing I would say. There's like moments where it feels like the tuning is not quite there. See ya. I'm gonna save it though, because I like the overall feeling of it. Just be careful about the key on the tune. That's all. The Zepster on Instagram. I'll super skip you again, Fluva. Don't worry. Just make sure you put it in there and I'll put you back to the top, okay? Don't worry. We're gonna make sure you get what you paid for, okay? Thanks, Tarek. I was a classical musician first, so like key and everything is just like, I spent a lot of time like training my ears basically, right? Yeah, but get an attorney if you can, honestly. That's better for you long term. No, you're okay. That's not your fault. SoundCloud's a little finicky. It's actually a really catchy song. You've got me singing it by the end. I actually don't think it's your vocal that's out of key. I think it's the bass line. There's a moment where one of the notes is like super dissonant. I think that one bass note is what's throwing things off. I'm gonna tell you exactly where it is, actually. Hold on. It's doo-doo. It's that one. It takes a half step up for no reason. It goes dun 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 dun. And that actually might not even be purposeful. Low-key, that feels like a mistake. Like they maybe just put the roll, like the piano roll on the wrong note. It could be the modulation, but it does feel like it takes a half step up, like out of nowhere. The price you pay when you don't get the stems. Taylor's oldest time. That's the only thing. That's literally the only thing I hear. But there is something that happens there. It is that half step up on the bass line. It throws it off. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I hear already where I'm like, that could maybe, get the stems. That's the only thing I could say. Work with artists in person if you can. Sweet and Sour by Fluva up next. Thank you for doing the super skip. We'll make sure we get you as always. Diabolical Disc, my boy, was cracking. I'm going to text you back after this. Sorry, I've had a bit of a crazy day today. Of course, man. Thank you for sending music in. All right, this is Fluva, Sweet and Sour. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're a little overtime, but we're going to go a little overtime today and do some free skips after this, too. We got one more paid skip, and then I'm going to do some, like, I don't know, like 5, 10 free skips, maybe. So I'll explain in a second. We do this every Monday and Thursday, usually from 6 to 8, but obviously this week we're on Tuesday because I was just out doing stuff yesterday, okay? Okay, thoughts on this one, right? I actually think the melody choices are really good. Slightly too much reverb delay on the vocal. It does feel like we're kind of losing it amongst all this reverb and delay. To me, that's when there's too much. It makes everything a little bit messier because there's so much reverberation happening. But then the bass line is very present in the forefront of the mix. So it's almost like the bass line kind of carries the mix. The vocal, because it's so glittery and like just big, it's kind of like in the back a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? I'd say drop it a little bit down to let that vocal come through a touch more. Maybe the bass line too. Like the form and shift on there. Automate that if you can so it comes in and out and isn't as present throughout. Malou, it depends. Just make what you want to make. I think that's the best way to build an audience. FLOUVA_TM. Where are you from? How old are you? How long have you been making music? I'm just curious. Other thing that I would say, and this is maybe more of a personal thing, I'm not crazy about the hi-hat choice specifically. It maybe feels... Oh, it ends here? Okay. Okay, yeah. Trim the tail. Don't forget to trim the tail when you bounce things. Ireland does have some crazy producers and artists. That's sick. You've been making music for 6 years. I think the things to work on, sound choices specifically on the drums. I think that's one of the things that I wasn't... That probably was the thing that caught my ear the most. Outside of that, slightly too much reverb delay on the lead vocal. I always say personally that I think the line between having too much reverb delay and having enough reverb delay is just when you can hear that reverb delay as a separate element, separately on top of the vocal. That's kind of a weird thing to say, but I think if you listen with that lens, you'll kind of hear it being like this. To me, it's like, it's literally like a line of like, you can hit this sweet spot where you have just enough and it feels the way that you want it to feel and it's there, but it doesn't muddy anything else up. And then as soon as you cross that line, it feels like you can almost, like when you listen to it, you can just hear the reverb doing its own thing. If you can hear the reverb and delay doing its own thing, to me, that's too much reverb delay. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be an element that you hear within the song. It should be an additive that you have on top of the vocal or in addition to the vocal or backing the vocal. So that's maybe the only thing that I would say. Drum sounds affect every other sound and choice. Yeah, yes and no. I think that you can actually switch drum sounds out pretty easily without having to change a bunch of other shit too. But it's just making sure that everything's cohesive. Sometimes the drum sound, though it's maybe what you want to go for, internally doesn't necessarily match what you have down there. You know what I mean? So sometimes I think it's just testing and trying things out. And sometimes you'll find something that fits a little bit better just by approaching it with a different kit or a different sound choice. You know what I mean? And it actually can make things feel a little bit more cohesive. And yeah, of course, man, that's what we're here for, is to talk about these things. And it's the shit I think about all the time. Like, what we do here is basically what I do. Hey, sorry, you're on my desk charging. That's why it looks like this. The reason that I do this is because I do this for my own artists, like as a manager all the time. I do this for my own like music when I make music, my own beats, you know what I mean? So it's just, it helps me get better at what I do. It makes me a better A&R because I can really think about what are the elements that stand out. Why does something not sound exact? Like maybe it's not there yet, maybe it's not polished yet, but what are the reasons for that? The goal is to really kind of break that down to make it easier for you guys to figure out how you can improve over time. And that's not to say that it's like, you know, again, I always try and tell people this. Stylistically, if this is the thing you're trying to do because it's what you want to do that thing. I'm not going to be mad about it. Like, this is your art. Do what makes sense to you. But if there's things that catch me as like a new listener, someone who doesn't know you, an unbiased ear, that's what I'm here for, is to just help you bounce and maybe get you thinking about how you're creating in a different way, just to spark that inspiration to be like, all right, cool. Maybe I got to just try this with a different approach. And then maybe that helps. Maybe it doesn't help. Maybe it doesn't do anything at all. But instead of us just being like, oh, this is good, this is bad, like, what makes things good? What makes things great? What stands out? What catches my ear? Why would I playlist something? Why wouldn't I playlist something? So that's really what we try and do here. Yeah, bro. And that's the thing, is like, I don't fuck with A&Rs who aren't willing to do this kind of stuff, because to me, this is what makes an A&R. You know what I mean? It's thinking about what makes great music. What stands the test of time? Like, this shit that I've been listening to that came out in like the 70s, the 60s, the 40s, the 50s. I literally listen to music from the 1940s because I genuinely enjoy exploring music and finding new things and finding new inspiration in ways that I wouldn't, you know, or like decades or generations that I didn't experience. But like, it is just this really cool thing. I don't know. For me, it's about listening to everything and being able to apply that knowledge to like contemporary new music and how we move forward art as a whole, because art is a very important thing, I think. Oh my god, Kid Revel, this is our last paid skip. Okay, so while we listen to this, if you are in the chat, put your artist name in the chat, not the song title, artist name in the chat. I'm going to make another secondary queue of free skips. What we will do on the free skips is probably do about 60 seconds of each song. We're not going to play the song all the way through, but we'll try and get through as many as we can. So put your artist name in the chat. We'll do a bunch of free skips right now after we get through this one from Kid Revel. It's called Chapter 3. Oh my God. Give me a second. We're going to play the video, but put your artist names in the chat. If you want to get bumped up right now, that is what we're going to do for the next, like, I don't know. I got like 10 minutes that I can do this for, okay? So just make sure you put your artist name in the chat if you want to get bumped up for free. I'm down to listen to anybody. But it'll be in chronological order, just so you know. The operator. Lucid. I do actually like this already. So just for context, I've really been enjoying stuff in this space, like the Charlie XCX, Troye Sivan, kind of like dancey lane. Like I really like that personally. So Melvin Vincent, let's get you up there, bro. Oh, this is sick. Oh, no, no, no. Love the production. Hey man, look, I tell people all the time, I'm down to share knowledge whenever, bro. If I can tell you everything that's in my head, it doesn't mean you'll be able to do it the same way as me. That maybe sounds like a little arrogant, but I just think that that's the mindset we should have. It's not about, like, I don't know, like, I just don't think knowledge makes everyone able to do the same things, but it's like, there's no reason to not share it. It'll also make you guys better, and it'll help me figure out which artists get it and which ones don't. You know what I mean? Na, na, na. This song is fucking hard. I'm gonna go save this as well for the playlist in a second. Let me just make sure I get Ben Tucson in this queue. Alright, if there's anybody else who's got songs they want me to bump up for free, let me know in the chat. We'll make sure we get you, okay? Yeah, if they do it better, that's not bad either. Then we got a connection. We got a relationship we can build off of. You know what I'm saying? Alright, this one is called Chapter 3. Oh my God, Kid Revel. You're getting a thumbs up for me because I actually loved this one. I loved listening to it. I didn't watch the video as much, but honestly, I'm gonna watch it again at another point. I got Lucid and Stray Said So. Yeah, bro, you're fucking hard, bro. Let me go save this right now. It's Oh My God. Is it Chapter 3 on streaming or it's just Oh My God on stream? Actually, you know, I don't need to ask you, bro. Oh, it's just hard, bro. Let me go follow you really quickly too. Kid.revel on Instagram. Great job. Produced, mixed, all by me. You did a really good job. Oh, you're with 3XL. Why is that not surprising, bro? Shout out to Ez, bro. Shout out to Ez. Shout out to the 3XL team. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't say this about a lot of people. I don't say this about a lot of labels. 3XL has one of the best rosters right now, hands down, by far, without a doubt. And like, props to Sycamore, props to Ez. Like, you know, shout out to Overcast, shout out to fucking R2RMO, shout out to Lim, fucking Layla, also CJ. Like, come on, this is a very strong roster, bro. I fuck with this label. I don't say this about a lot of people. I'm gonna say it again. I don't fuck with a lot of people. 3XL, or the ear that they have and the artists that they're working with, I'm a big fan of literally every single one of them. Just saying. Shout out Kid Revel, man. Love that. Kid.revel on Instagram, 2Ds. All right, we're going to get into these free skips right now. Like I said, we'll do about 60 seconds of each song. We'll try and get through as many as we can. Melvin, I got you on there as well. I think I got everybody. Unless there's anybody. I think Kaya had said something, so we'll put you in there. AC the boy said something. I'm going to put him in there just because. All right, we're going to try and get through as many of these as we can. Of course, bro. Definitely please keep sending me stuff. I'm happy to support. And let me know when you have new stuff coming out, too. Like, I'll definitely keep an eye out for it for content and things like that. All right, 4K Nova says, please sign me Habibi. I'm flight to NYC right now. Look at us. Let us know what you think in the chat. If it, like, because we're doing 60 seconds, if you want me to start from somewhere that's not the beginning, please let me know. And we'll try and bump it back. Are you from, no, Palestinian, right? I got you, Corrupt Modification, yes. I think I got everybody. This is what we look like right now. Operator, Lucid, Melvin Vincent, Crow Modification, Heisman, Ben, K, and AC, which I just added myself. Yeah, from Palestine. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you people. It's not a jersey, but I just want you to know on EAFC, all of my fucking teams wear the Palestinian jersey. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Well, it's nice to see you again and meet you again in here. Facts. Fuck yeah, bro, of course. My whole family, my dad's from Iran, so, look. You know. Alright, tell me when we get to your song, because I'm not going to remember if you put it in the chat right now, just saying. I like this. When does this drop? Wait, tell me when we get to you. Tell me when we get to you, everybody. I'm doing the free skips, but I got you in the queue, K, don't worry. 4K Nova on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with us. This comes out July 15th. That is next. No, not next. The week after next. Make sure you put it in the release calendar when you can, bro. This will go on the playlist. I like this a lot. I do actually really like this. I gotta dive in a little bit more and listen to some of the music that you have out. I would definitely say keep working on the social side of things, because as much as I want to be like, it doesn't matter, it does matter, and I have to keep that in mind when I'm with like stuff I'm signing. I always try and tell artists this, like, the socials is not the end all be all for me. The music has to be good first and foremost, but it is something that I have to think about. It is something I have to take into account, because at the same time, with the way that we're pushing music and the way that we use our socials on the World Star and Genius side to help push the music, like, there is kind of like that air of like, all right, it has to be somebody who understands the social media kind of like landscape and how to make content. So even if you've archived everything, like, well, one, I would tell you don't do that, because that's actually like a really great way to tell the story of your journey. But like, for me personally, I just like to see an artist like understands it, you know what I mean? And some of that has to come from the research part. So if you are taking all of your content down and not keeping it up, that is also something that, like, it doesn't really help me necessarily, and it doesn't help me figure out like what I'm doing. Operator, did you want me to start from somewhere that wasn't thinking? I can't remember. Yes, you said 248. Why are we starting so far into the song? This is a slow build, huh? I do like the experimental nature of this. What I would say though, and I'd say this to every artist, is if you don't get me in the first 15 seconds, if I'm listening in the wild, I'm probably not staying until 248 into the song. So I was trying to tell artists, and this doesn't mean you have to do this, but if there's a reason that you're like 248, that's the strongest part of the song, why is that part of the song not also in the beginning of the song to hook people in? You know what I mean? Just something to think about. You don't absolutely, like, you don't need to change anything, but it's worth keeping that in mind, right? I like the sound choices. I like the arrangement. I actually like the balance of everything in this once we get to this part. I'm curious to know what the other 2 minutes and 48 seconds sounds like, to be honest, though. I like where it went to from a development standpoint, right? Like, I like what it developed into. Dub-based electronic album inspired by the sounds of the early 80s and 90s. But, all right, what's happening here? Oh, this part's cool, too. This part reminds me of Age of Empires, too. I know that's very niche, but it does. Okay, look, I like it when it gets to that 248 section. It feels the most commercial of that section, so I understand why you skipped to it. The operator music, the OPRT music on Instagram, the reason that I would not playlist that one, and mostly this is an arrangement thing, is that in that first 2 minutes and 48 seconds, I don't know that it would have hooked me in immediately. There was that one section as you get a little bit further in that reminded me of Age of Empires 2. Had that maybe been a little bit earlier on, I think I would have. I think it was maybe too much of a build arrangement-wise for me personally. That doesn't mean that it's wrong. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. I think just for me as a listener, it's not necessarily the genre I'm listening in for the most part. And then at the same time, I also think, like, I listen to so much music for playlist reasons and, like, just for work reasons, right? Like, it is rare that if something does not get me in that first 15 to 20 seconds, that I'm going to stay for the rest of the song. And that is just a personal thing. I think a lot of A&Rs are like that in general too. Just because, I mean, at least the ones that listen to a lot of music, a lot of curators are going to be like that too. A lot of press people, but they're not necessarily going to listen to the entire song. So I would just keep that in mind. Generally, I tell people, even with instrumental stuff, if you are trying to hook listeners in, try and get into the meat of the music as quickly as possible. And don't worry so much about the intros. Long intros are a very quick way to lose listeners. You know what I'm saying? It's the same as listening to beats in the studio, or is it exactly? You know what I mean? It's just like, I think the attention span of people is very short now anyway. So from an arrangement standpoint, I would, like, for me personally as a producer, I'm not doing more than a 4-bar intro ever. It's a 4-bar intro or nothing. You know what I mean? It's 4 bars or I'm straight into it. If it's longer than 4 bars, it better be a build into a drop. For electronic, I feel like that's a little bit more standard. For me personally, even if it's electronic, 4-bar intro, I'm just trying to get into it. And then worst comes to worst, if I want to do an extended or do a longer version, I will. But I think for commercial purposes, I'll try and do stuff that's straight into the body of the work, just to really like get people in. And then you keep them in. You can do whatever you want once they're in, but it's keeping them in the first place, not losing them at the beginning. Pride/Fall, Lucid, Stray said so. Berlin has something to say. Shout out to Berlin. I had a great time when I visited there a couple years ago now. Pride, Fall, featuring Stray said so. Did you want me to start from somewhere, though, that wasn't the beginning?
Story of the pride and the fall.
No, they didn't say anything. Oh, this is sick. This is sick, this is sick. This is out of Berlin.
And if I'm never known for nothing, you know I keep it real to the core. And I know it's a game till you're trying to make a point where
oh, this is from you, Nicholas. Definitely following. Lucid Tunes, 2 L's. This is tough, bro. Stray said so. This is really good, dude. Stray with a A. Really, really good mix on this. Very balanced. Am I spelling this wrong, or does he just not have Instagram?
And if I'm never known for nothing, you know I keep it real to the core. And I know it's a game till you're trying to make a point where I always gotta double up the score.
Found him. Stray said so. I already follow him, I think. This is tough, bro. I actually like this a lot. Kind of hard for me to turn it up right now. Zenny Phantoms is tough. This is tough. This is out of Berlin in Germany. Stray said so. One heart for this. Lucid Tunes, 2 L's. Dude, I really like this a lot. Wait, when does this drop? Is this out already? I wish I could have put this in the playlist. I like this a lot. This is so fire. Didn't mean to play the whole thing. Did it anyway. It is what it is. I'm on my own timeline at this point, so I can do what I want. Teddy Beats. Everyone's on Twitch right now. Sorry, I'm charging my phone. This is really just to drive people towards Twitch and YouTube. But we are almost done. We'll put this in a playlist with Black or Bryson. Nice track. Not out yet. Definitely add it to the calendar because I'm definitely going to playlist that when it drops, bro. Without a doubt. That'll probably be one of my favorites of the week when it drops, too. Just a Kiss, Melvin Vincent. Malou, you still here? First song written by a Grammy-winning songwriter, Jackie Boys, and me, produced and performed by me. Follow if you like. All right, let's check it out. 2 years. 2 years of waiting. And you finally made it. Melvin Vincent. We got you, bro. Let's go, Malou. Jack, what's cracking?
Girl, you don't have to say a word. Whispered in your ear, I know you heard. Tell me what you want.
Out of India, right? Malou Vincent on Instagram. Alright, thing for me on this one is definitely mixed stuff. There's like a weird crunchiness on the master overall. And I don't even really need to know, I don't really know how to describe what the sound is. But there is a bit of a weird overarching texture to the master of the song. I don't know that it's the individual elements in the mix as much as it is the whatever you guys put on the master chain. I really like the songwriting a lot. I think the vocal mix and the master overall are probably the things that are throwing me off a little bit with this one. It does feel better when more vocal layers come in. It almost feels like there's something going on with the EQ or like some sort of filter that's on the master that's making it feel like... This is like a weird way to describe it. It almost feels like it's a little underwater, like the mix is like underwater as a whole. I wanted to push the master to -7 love, so it got squashed. Something's happening with this mix master for sure. I like the song. It's really just the mix master that's throwing me off. I'm gonna put it in the playlist for now. I'm gonna come back and listen to it again, just sequence with some other stuff. I have a feeling it probably won't make the final one, but I do think there's like a really, really good kind of... There's something here. I like the vocal layers too. All of the vocal layering and the harmony work is already good. Vocal arrangement sounds great. Crop modification, don't even worry. Everyone's at a different part in their journey, so it's not about it being good or bad, but we're going to talk about the things that we hear, you know what I mean? I think for me, there's just a strange texture to this one that kind of detracts from maybe how much it pops, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about that one, man, for real. There's definitely things I like about it. There's definitely things I think could improve about it. I think from a songwriting perspective and the song itself is pretty solid. It's really just that mix, you know what I mean? Something's going on there with the way it feels. Like it just does feel like kind of underwater a little bit. And I don't know if that's what you did with the master, like pushing it to get -7 lufs. Maybe that's it, but maybe not. I'm not really sure. That's the only thing I could say though that I would just maybe keep an eye out for, keep an ear out for. Nicholas, man, have a good night. Get some rest. I know it's hella late for you right now. Same thing for you, Malou. Like, please go get some rest. I know it's hella late, but I'm glad that we finally got to listen to you. And I'm glad I finally heard it too. You actually have like a pretty solid songwriting ear. It's just the mix itself that needs a little bit of work, I think, for me. Ladybot remix, corrupt modification. Where did you want me to start on this one?
Hello, night train. I just want you to know that it's Black Arachne.
It is. It really is. Like, that's why I'm always trying to tell people, like, a mix is important. You know what I mean? Mix master is definitely important. Because it changes the way people hear it. You know what I mean?
Make an eagle soar, make a wolf wanna howl, but there's more to this widow than a femme fatale. Bella DeVoe.
This isn't bad.
This for a while, that girl is poison. Don't trust the big button to smile. But I'm digging her style. Multiverse travel to another dimension. Never let go when she grasps with her pincers. Caught up in a
I'm not crazy about the beat choice, but I'm not so mad about the vocal on this.
Nicknamed Venus. Because she high and she deadly, lady bot of the century, whether maximal protoform or auto by century. No one since a leader.
There's a theme here, right? This is like a specific oh, is this a remix of someone else's song? Oh, this is a remix. This is a remix.
Where the ladies at? 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 Let's go. Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at?
Okay, so I like the idea. I like the idea on this. I think the distorted guitar is probably the thing that stands out the most to me. I'm a stickler for an electric guitar feeling organic and analog, right? Versus using one that's in a VST. I feel like anytime I use a guitar, electric guitar in a VST, it doesn't sound quite right. What you can do is run it through amps and things like that. Depending on what DAW you're using, they might have built-in amps. And that will help. EQing will also help, but I do think just when it comes to electric guitar in general, it's hard to get a good VST that emulates a good electric guitar sound. So generally, I would err on turning it down a little bit in the mix and not having it be so in the forefront, because it's just, I can kind of hear that MIDI aspect to it, you know what I mean? Even in the way it sustains and when it cuts off. It's like a little bit choppier than it would be if you were playing it on an actual electric guitar. I like the ideas though.
Looking
Not gonna lie.
baddest thing on 4 wheels and 2 she leans, feeling hot rod.
Generally not so mad at the bass line or the synth line.
Team player, but she lost some partners. Cliff jumper tailgate, still keeping cons on the stalemate. School teacher.
I would like to hear the bass line maybe and the kick maybe punch a little bit more. Like I would say side chaining that, especially like a legato bass in general. I think if it's a really long bass note, generally what I like to do is side chain to the kick so we get a little bit more of a pulsing bounce. So I feel like that's maybe what we lose a little bit. Echo verb could definitely help on the tail a touch. Contact is pretty good VST, especially for electric guitar. If you are going to get one, get the Native Instruments Electric Sunrise. I think it's a melodic version where you can play it as not just chords, but you can play it as like an individual like note per note thing too. They have some pretty good guitar sounds on that. It's not perfect, but that's probably the one that stands out to me the most as being like a good guitar VST, especially electric guitar VST. It's literally Electric Sunrise, Contact, and Contact itself is free. Session Guitarist Electric Sunburst. This is the one that I use if I am going to do any guitar tracking inside of a beat. But I bought an electric guitar just to DI electric guitar if I wanted to. I mean, it's harder, obviously, because you got to learn. But here, like, just for a demo, right? Like, it sounds pretty good. You still got to do some tweaking. But generally... Generally, you can get a really good sound out of this one. It just is like you got to tweak a little bit. You got to find the right sound for what you're doing. But I do also, like, that is for me. If I'm going to use a VST, that's the VST I'm going to use. It's very good. It's very good. I was talking to the guy who does, like, Nothing Nowhere stuff, and he does a lot of rock stuff, and he actually does, or was doing a lot of stuff on MIDI, and he told me about that one. Was like, you should get this. The Corrupt Modification on Instagram. Definitely stay tapped in, bro. Definitely send some more stuff. I like that you have this AI mask thing going on. That's crazy. Heisman Cobain, sorry, Telephone. We have one more after this, and I think we're done. We'll probably hit a raid if anyone's on right now, too. All right, Telephone. Jeune homme. Telephone, technically. Heisman Cobain on Instagram. This is crazy. This is crazy. Wait, how do you know Koki, bro? I need to know how you know Koki. And Nate, too. Oh, fucking, wait. You know Cassian? That's my fucking guy, bro. Stop it. It's gotta be Cassian, right? Bruh, I'm a long time fan of Cassian's. I've been supporting him since Koki was like, probably since Koki was managing him. No, Nate Taylor. This is so crazy, bro. Kaya, you are on this queue. Don't worry, we'll play it. I'm gonna play like the next 3. Then Kaya, AC the boy, and AC will catch it on the VOD. I think he's in bed now. This is so hard, bro. I actually love the distortion on this. The cool thing about this one is it's so distorted in the production, but the vocal still cuts through. Oh, sorry, check the note. Song is out now. Spotify compressed the life out of it. That makes sense. I don't really know. I wish I could tell you. That's probably a distributor question. I know there's like, you can mix like master a certain way for the LUFs and whatnot, but sometimes I don't really understand how they choose. Because it's not like a person, right? It's like a fucking algorithm, and like it's just like something that like a computer does. So it's like, I'm not really sure. I would say reach out to your distributor, whoever put it out. That's probably going to be the best thing you can do. I want to go find it anyway and just listen to it really quick. Yeah, I don't know, bro. That sucks. I've had that happen before, and it actually just blows. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? They really gutted the low end, huh? I'm gonna save it because I'm not sure that I'm mad at how it sounds without the low end, but I will say, yeah, it definitely didn't do it any favors for sure. The Interstate, Ben Thusen, up next. Thank you guys for sticking around too. I appreciate you guys just hanging out. I know it's been a long stream today. I talked a lot today. So Nana, what's up? Tap in. Sorry, it doesn't always look like this. Usually we're actually more in this setting. My phone is charging because it died. So that's why we're like this right now. Sure. I like the way this one sounds already though.
Only I believed I'm one of them. I miss my dogs, I miss my friends. Take it out internally, the little change.
Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. We usually do Mondays and Thursdays. We're just doing Tuesday today because I was out yesterday, so I'm doing a makeup stream.
I don't wanna hate you, but I do.
I like this, man. It's not what I'm listening to on the day-to-day, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy it. It sounds good, it's produced well. Guitar tone is really nice. Reminds me of like Lumineers and people kind of in that space. Bird Hall, we are close to the end of the stream. Oh, my neck. I've gone a little bit over, so I was gonna just do 2 more. But we are back on Thursday from 6 to 8. So I would say if we don't get to you today, make sure you submit some of the other free things that I have, like in the Discord and also on the Kayvan's House Instagram. Like there's a whole post where you can just put your songs in the comments. And I will be listening to those myself too. Just submit for those things if we don't get to you on stream, and I'm still gonna listen to your music. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay now, my head is fine. This one's solid, bro. I don't know that I have too much feedback for you, Ben. Honestly, like just keep writing songs. I didn't get to check on the social side, but more than anything, just make sure you're making content about your songs. I think for the type of music that you make, it's like sharing songs as you're writing them with the audience and really just like letting them into the process seems to be what works. I think for artists kind of in your space, right? Is just playing the shit on acoustic guitar. And also just kind of like letting people into the process of what it looks like. Ask them for prompts on songs to write, things like that. You know what I mean? Just make them feel like they were part of the process with you. Yeah, I gotta stop. My back is starting to hurt in this chair. I have these old hips and this old back. I can't sit in this chair for this long.
Looking for clarity.
All right, this is Kaya.
Just care for me. Proud like a my environment. And when I'm trying to be hard, won't you just love on me? Love shit I've never seen. See with my own.
Kicks a bit loud.
Thought it was make believe. Shit, I'm tired, shout it. Really trying, shout
Nah, this is great. Comes out July 17th. I have very little feedback on this. I really like this
on the edge, overthinking like that shit, it really cost me.
Wanna be the best in something. I won't allow this.
Oh shit, when this comes in too. Nice vocal area. You know what, I'm not even gonna play the AC one just because he's left already. But 40 songs, man, that's a good stream. 2.5 hours, that's a long stream. Back on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Let's see if anyone's on that we can go raid right now. None of the music homies are on today, okay. Never mind.
Letting your chest, I'm seeking silence, your soul, my relief. Let you see chaos in me, factions that run beneath. Every confession.
This is a great way to end this. This is a perfect way to end the stream, actually.
Tell me you love a nigga if I told you.
So we're finna end like this.
Tell me you save a nigga. Tell me I'll be alright. Tell me you won't resist me. Tell me you make a nigga feel whole when the world against me. When I'm falling apart, would you help me pick up the pieces and watch from afar? Shit,
I'm very happy with ending on this one. Okay, I hope you're still in the chat. This is beautiful. Like I said, back on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry. We are ending stream right now, but Monday, Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're back on Thursday from 6 to 8. You're okay. I absolutely love this. This is a perfect way to end the stream. The VOD will be up on YouTube very shortly, so make sure you go subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. But man, I really, really love this one. This is beautiful. Great job.
Let me tell you something.
Really, really great job.
Right now, at this very moment, is all that matters to me.
I am Akea on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. You're fire, bro. I like your voice. I like your approach to making music. Great beat choice. Great feature on the sung vocal as well. Great way to end the stream. Honestly, I'm like really, really happy about that being the last song, if we're being real. Like I said, back on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Shout out to everybody who's in the chat today. I really appreciate you, especially everybody who just came in here with like respect and was like cool and just brought good vibes in here. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys being so just fun to be around and talk to and listen to your music. So back on Thursday. Make sure you stay tapped in. If I don't see you, have a great weekend. We're back on Monday next week. But make sure you go submit on socials and also in the Discord as well. See you soon. Have a great night. Thank you, guys.
Ain't no peace, ain't no love when the bills due. I might lose my fucking mind if I ain't on you. Baby, get up on my face, sit up on my lap. Baby, show me what is real, show me where it's at. All the way from Roanoke up to DCC, I don't want much shit out of life. Tryna find some peace before I ever die. Everybody fake, if the world a fucking lie. Wait, too much to say. Got a million thoughts on the way. Clocks are ticking, misplacing days. Hoping shit gets better when I'm paid. Every dollar just a bait into the madness. It'd be hard to fix what's broken up in practice. Touch a guy through the body of a mattress. If the world ends, shit, at least we ain't passive. After the party, get on my body. After the party, come get on top. After the party, get on my body. After the party, let's get it sloppy. Giddy up, show me how you rodeo. Grip tight, baby, let the tension go. No rush, come and take it nice and slow. Let the liquor flow, keep the windows closed. Heart beating out of my skin. Cops coming knocking it right at the door. Baby, don't dare let him in. Act like you've been around some real shit before. Can't wait, either be the killed or the killer. This might be the last for a nigga. Hold tight, need a grasp on your figure. Let's dance, I don't wanna see a trigger. Spin around, sit down, give me what I need. I could give a fuck with luck, never would agree. One sip, one hit, one before I leave. Who know what tomorrow brings? Get on your knees. Like slow shadows dancing on the wall. I hear alarms underneath it all. Trying to drown in the fear of your touch. Baby, don't let me think too much. One night, one life, we might fall. But I risk it all to feel raw. So baby, jump on and let's ride. I hope we make it through.